hold it down. I know I might be headed for teardrops. Now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no. 'Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that I won't. I've been looking for love so true. When I was down and out, along came you. Though you might be a liar and a cheat too, I just can't quit you now 'cause I love you. Yes, I do. I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby. 'Cause I love you, I love you, I love you. No, 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 no. Cause I love you, baby. No, 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 no. Can't let you go. Cause I love you, cause I love you, yeah. There was a time I didn't have romance, but after I met you, I felt it was my chance. But nobody tells me good things about you, baby. I'm gonna stay right here, and I don't mean maybe, yeah. I can't let you go. I can't let you go.
Alrighty. Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing okay. Let me take one last sip of tea here before I get started. I had a little bit of a raspy throat. I've been streaming a lot more than normal because of all this drama with the downtrend here. Alrighty. So, happy Friday everybody. We made it through a pretty tough week if you ask me. That fake out, getting slammed down here and officially breaking down below this trend line that we've been looking at since what, mid-late February. You know, it's been a rough week for everybody, including the regular traditional markets. So, what's going on today? Let's kind of do a little bit of a recap here, kind of summarizing everything going on. It was funny because I started watching some more other YouTubers out there, or watching more of the YouTubers already watching the crypto space, and a lot more of them have started to adopt this kind of theory of, hey, maybe we'll come down to the 200 weekly moving average. Maybe it's not going to be as, maybe we're not as bullish as we might have otherwise thought. And so I'm going to tell you guys my plan again, kind of revamp everything we've been talking about so far the past few weeks, and then just talk about what's happening over the next few days here, because we could have some exciting moves here, especially since the market's closed and Bitcoin can do it at once, you know, away from the markets. I'm not going to rant about how the markets are correlated at this point, but you guys know how I feel about that. So, yep. Oh, sorry. I started speaking with energy, so Loki came over to see if he could play with me, but he's doing something. Nope, go eat. He just got food for dinner. He's like, nah, I don't want to eat food. So kind of going off of the bearish message, what we talked about before. As far as the bearish case, we'll talk about the bullish case here. It's not as strong, of course, but still talk about it. We've broken down below the 20-month moving average on top of having a weekly death cross. Each time we've done that, we seem to have some really bad times ahead. And during the COVID period, it was only bad for maybe 1-2 months. This time, who knows? Back over here in 2018, it was bad for maybe 1-2-3 months. Then it kind of picked up a little bit more from there. And then all the way back here in 2014, it was about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 bad months. And we kind of stabilized. And then from there, we kind of moved on, if you will. We have that death cross. It seems like that 20-week moving average is really going to be that level of resistance we have to worry about now. I think we're going to have somewhat of a reversal. Eventually, going to have a little bit of a reversal here, and that'll be fun to trade. I don't know exactly when it's going to happen. We may even have a decent week next week. If you want to think about maybe we just hold on to this support right here. The thing is, even if I go over here and use this one right here, instead of, well, this one's more accurate, isn't it? There you go. 15-minute chart. We're already showing some cracks in that trend line right here. So it's not like we're holding it like up here the first time. Second time during the middle of the market day today, we got hit hard. But if you go all the way back in time here, ignore the 100 weekly moving average. There you go. We also nicked down it before over here back in, early January. So it's not like this level is some type of concrete hard level of support like what we were using just a few days ago with this moving average here that we just broke down below a couple days ago. Just to keep that so you guys know about it in case we kind of trickle down below it for a couple minutes. That's not really the clearest sign that we're automatically just falling from grace, if you will, okay? But let me get rid of this right now. But I do think a lot of people are waiting for us to close down below this moving average. Closing down below it, I think is going to be more powerful than not just kind of digging down below it for a few minutes, if you will. Let me get this here, though. And of course, for the other bearish stuff, a lot of people, me included, have a lot of limit orders placed around where we think the 200 weekly moving average is going to be. So in that case, we tapped on it 2018, or excuse me, 2020, 2018, 2014, and a little bit in here in 2015 here. That's where the bulk of my money is going to be hopefully being bought at. But now that we've dropped down below the 100 weekly moving average here, finally, right, death cross breaking down below it, what I like to do during these periods of time is just buy some up every single day or buy some up every single week until we get back up above it, and then I start doing some more swing trades and some other fun trades like that. But right now, I know it's going to be hard because this is a weekly moving average on a daily chart. The more I zoom in, the more it's going to disappear. So just, focus on one point and let's see if we can do this correctly. Okay, let's stretch that out. Okay. All right, that actually held up pretty well. Okay, so you can see this pink line right here. If I were to just draw a little bit of a ray, kind of just continuing the line somewhere about there, you can see we clearly are closed down below it today. We might have closed down below it actually yesterday. So we're on a good path if we're heading for Bitcoin capitulation. We don't know when Bitcoin capitulation is going to be, guys. But one thing I want you guys to know is when we do have a Bitcoin capitulation, even if it's not necessarily the bottom, I'm going to be investing a good amount of money during that time just in case it becomes the close to the bottom, if you will. So we have times like this where capitulation is pretty much the bottom, really bad day. When we did get down below it, I mean, we only got down below this point about another 2.71%, or over here, just, not even, right? So sometimes we come down a little bit lower than it, but usually this is buying on the day of capitulation when now all hope looks lost, when you have that large volume of selling pressure, if you will. That's still a good opportunity to buy. It doesn't always work. It did okay during the COVID thing, but if we go back over here in time, capitulation happened right about here. This candle really wasn't large enough, but it happened right here. And look at, we still continue to drop down. So, make sure that you guys have that somewhere in your plan that, hey, if you want to buy capitulation, understand that could still go down from there. And that's mostly if you guys are trading with leverage and you're trying to do like a long-term leverage play. But that's something completely different. A lot of us are just going to be buying spot trades and, just buying coins to put in a wallet or buy coins to have and, gain interest on them while we're holding for the long term here, which is actually a pretty good idea. Okay, let me get rid of this here now. But, we've talked about all this bearish stuff before. I don't really need to go into it all too much again. We have the death crosses coming here. We're due for some type of reversal pretty soon. I'm wondering when that reversal might end up happening. I'm thinking it's mostly just going to happen over the next... if it's going to happen, it's going to happen as we try to survive these higher lows here. So if you look at the weekly chart, we've still been fairly okay so far because... Let me just pull up the highlight. I'll make it easier. Get the volume off, though. Low, higher low, higher low. Now, it used to be at one point that this was the higher low, right? We've already broken through that one. But we still have two right here that are doing fine for us. We're going to hope that we can stay above these two because these were the long wicks. We had a lot of good buying pressure to pop us back up. That's what we're hoping for going till next week. Whether we do it or not, who knows? But if we break this cycle of higher lows right here, that's where you might see that increased, not a capitulation, but just increased selling pressure. People are like, uh-oh, panic. But my feeling is maybe the stock market might have a better week next week so that we just kind of hold off on it a little bit here. But the problem with that type of thought, and for me at least, is that we still have 2 days. It's Saturday and Sunday when the market's closed. Those are going to be opportunities for shorts to try to attack Bitcoin, especially since there's nothing correlating with Bitcoin outside the traditional, like the NASDAQ and maybe the S&P 500. Loki just sat down behind me and just grunted like, dude, you're boring. But yeah, so that's pretty much the easy stuff here today, guys. On the bullish side of Bitcoin, if we're really able to hold these levels hold the higher low, so to speak, and try to have a little bit more reversal, maybe we can see some strength come back up, and that would require the stock market to really boost this back up. I don't know if the stock market's going to be able to boost Bitcoin up. I don't even know if the stock market's necessarily going to be healthy enough to have us to make us have a full on reversal, and that's really my worry about that. But I can do them here. It's not going to take too long. We have a fib level right here. That just a little bit above that lower high there, or that higher low, excuse me. That might be an opportunity for a little bit of a reversal. I'm not talking about big trend setting moves, but just like, oh, hey, 1, 2, 3 day boost of like, let's bounce up a little bit, then eventually keep on falling. And then over here, let's go to a little bit longer term play. I can get it down there. There you go. Okay. My anxiety spikes during those times when I'm trying to concentrate. Like when you try to thread a needle, my mind can't handle it. There we go. Okay. So if we just go over, well, yeah, Fibonacci levels or retracement levels for the past three major drop-offs, the last three, if you can think about it as points of capitulation, going up to 69,000, you can see we have this little bit of buying support right here. And if I were to draw a rectangle on this bad boy, oh, no magnet. Maybe a green? Yeah, that's better. All right. You can see, I'm pretty sure you've probably seen this somewhere on TikTok or online. You can see this kind of buying zone right here, if you will. So this is going to be where you might see some buyers come in, where we might have what you might call a bull trap, a fake out, whatever you want to call it, kind of a trap, if you will. We've talked about this a few times when we break down below certain strong levels of support. Let me just find it up here. Where the price of Bitcoin may actually come down here, bounce, actually make a nice little reversal, and then from there is where we start looking really bad. Now, this doesn't happen all too often. A lot of times we just have to face the selling pressure and we kind of give up. But there are times when that happens, so this could be pretty fun to trade. We haven't seen one, I don't think, in like a month or so of something that drastic. A lot of those moves have been happening in the altcoin markets. I think a good example of that might be, let me see, this is the daily chart. Ethereum has no, is this one right here. Terry broke down, came down for a few days, popped up towards resistance, and then we just got shorted. You know what, right? That type of move happens a lot more in altcoins though. But when Bitcoin does, it's pretty traumatic because everybody has false hope again. And then kind of one more thing here, guys, until I go over to answer your questions. This is a Friday night. We're just going to chill out tonight, guys. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. But today, formally, I'm starting to buy Bitcoin every single day. I'm starting to buy some Ethereum every single day, and a lot of the big blue chips such as ADA, Matic, Luna. I've been buying up. Luna went down a little bit today. I was pretty happy about that. I've been buying a little bit more STMX, a little bit of Dogelon or Dogelon Mars. Not Mana yet. Mana's too overvalued if you ask me. Dot on Voyager specifically for the 12% interest. Ethereum Classic. And some other ones I'm waiting for the market caps to drop a lot more just because of the lower market caps, and I think I'm going to be frugal with those ones, I guess you could say. But this is the thing here, guys. Sometimes, Ethereum is waiting for Bitcoin or Bitcoin's waiting for Ethereum to make a move. In this case, Ethereum is still above the trend line. It's still above support, which is kind of nice to see. So, watch this. When Ethereum starts breaking down, you'll see Bitcoin take a nasty move as well. But that'll symbolize where you have Bitcoin and Ethereum both breaking down below major support levels. What comes after that is probably going to be a painful experience for a lot of people, especially because we just had this little breakout here. Same thing happened with Bitcoin, right? Breakout, and then we just kind of plummeted back down after shorts took advantage of us on top of the bad market conditions that we experienced over the last few days. The Dow Jones of the last few days, I mean, even today, it was still down. Everything was down. Even the NASDAQ was down pretty bad, too. Only thing up was really energy and a few portions of healthcare, I guess. But that's about it, guys. Same stuff as always. We're going to general vibe here. I'm buying more crypto now. I'm pretty happy with it. If you guys are looking at Ethereum, I think Ethereum is something I'm going to be investing more money into this rather than Bitcoin. I already have 3 Bitcoin. I really don't think I need more. I could always add more, I guess. But you know, Bitcoin's expensive. It's always going to be expensive no matter what price you buy it. But, value wise, it's going to continue going up. And it's that one thing, is going to go up for a while. But I think, within 10 years, I can see Ethereum not closing it, but getting closer and closer to the word is escaping me. I'm thinking of Binance, but it's not Binance. Oh, dominance. Yeah, it can kind of chew away at some of that Bitcoin dominance, and sooner or later, Ethereum should have, it should be a lot closer than what it is. I think you should would admit. What's that? Okay, that's fine. We don't need that one right there as right now, and we don't need the other breakout. But what we have is either, well, you guys can just think of this as a rising wedge. We should be breaking down from. It's a bearish pattern. It almost kind of fits that same head and shoulders pattern we've been watching in Bitcoin. But if this breaks down, let me show you this in an easier way. You see how this hasn't broken the higher lows like Bitcoin has? Low, 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 and then, yeah, that's about it. We haven't broken it yet. We're waiting to break it. And I think if we break those higher lows, I think the majority of the bulls will kind of admit that we're kind of heading down for a worse scenario. We're not even close to the 100 weekly moving average as well. Oh, this isn't a good Ethereum chart, but that's fine. We haven't been below this. We haven't been below this line since, I guess, when's the last time we were? Yeah, May of 2020. It's been a minute. But again, just like Bitcoin, that 20-week moving average seems to be a major level of resistance at this point in time, which is fine. Anything else over here with a lot of these other coins? Dogecoin is still the same. Actually, Dogecoin is the only thing that's up on my screen right now. But Gala is also up, and the dollar index is up. Of course, the dollar index is up. Matic is at support. You're seeing a lot of stuff at support. ADA is at support. XRP is at support. Luna's almost to support. It's kind of hanging around with the 20-week moving average. Sheeb's at support. EOS is at support. Ethereum Classic is not at support. Or, no, it already broke down below support if you ask me. This is the weekly here. Dot broke down below support. I think Dot's going to be pretty weak, which is why I keep on buying it now. But STMX at support. So a lot of stuff is at a level of support. And so if Bitcoin does take that nasty move, everything is pretty much primed to go down more. But at the same time, if there was some type of short-term rally, right now might be the good time to be buying at the support level. It's just that we just broke down, so usually you don't want to buy off of a breakdown, right? ICP is closer to another all-time low here. We're still a few pennies off of that. All-time lows for this are $11.28. We're currently at $12.38, so we're close. But usually Link just broke down as well this week or last week. Litecoin is breaking down this week. Elon is still holding, but still holding. Actually, yeah, Doge Elon's still fine. And then, yeah, Mana broke down a while ago, and it's just been kind of, you see when things break down below these large trend lines, it doesn't end up well. Same with, do I not have FTM on here anymore? Oh, there it is, yeah. Get rid of the Fibonacci level here. Yeah. When you break down below these larger moves, and we don't really have much good support over here, it can be a nasty thing to see. Okay. But that's that for that. There we go. That work out fine. Yeah, that'll be fine over there. But probably we'll get that little green rectangle off. All right. But a nice holding pattern for now. A calm Friday night. We don't get too many of those anymore. And hey, Alistair, thank you very much for the super chat, my man. I really, really do appreciate it. If you have any questions whatsoever about any particular coin, let me know. If I can find it on TradingView, I'll do the technical analysis for you. And hey, Ingrid, happy to see you. Hey, Tony, do I think Matic is hitting 80 cents? Let me see. I put this trend line here for Bitcoin as well, guys, just to see if it had any support. And it's going sideways. There's not really much excitement going on with it right now. This is the Bitcoin 5. And you just asked about Matic to 80 cents. Yes, I can just say that now. If Bitcoin capitulates, yes. Let me phrase it like that. So right now, Matic's at support. The support level seems to be just about $1. Just about $1. Let me do this for you. Let me go over to the weekly chart. We can get rid of all this stuff and just kind of start fresh from here. We don't need the 100 weekly moving average. Okay. So Matic is all the way up here, right? The next major level of support, if Bitcoin starts to look a little bit nasty, we've been halted once by a nice level of support, and that's good to see, right? right at about a dollar $1 1.5 cents. Okay, we found that as our level of support. If we take that next step down, which is still a maybe at this point, right? I'm bearish, but that doesn't mean we're definitely going down. That's about 62 cents. So yeah, it can definitely come down that far. It kind of matches up to what happens during a Bitcoin capitulation moment. Let me see if I can find a side-by-side comparison here. Maybe Bitcoin on the Coinbase again, right there. And let's go to maybe the daily chart. So during Bitcoin capitulation back over here in 2021 last year, get the volume back up here. The day Bitcoin capitulated, just the day Bitcoin capitulated, okay? Forget about all the other stuff. The day it capitulated, Bitcoin came down about 30% during that capitulation period. Well, let's kind of bring in some other data in here just to, make it sound a little bit better. Okay, I'm not going to put too much weight into this because this was purely COVID at the time. But during COVID, it dropped down 40%. Back over here in 2018, during the capitulation moment, right here, it only dropped about 7%. Kind of 2 days of capitulation was kind of weird. And all the way back over here in 2014, during the capitulation, this was another 2 day event, but on the day of capitulation here, it dropped down about 30%. So if I see this coming down, Bitcoin coming 30%, I can imagine an altcoin dropping on that specific day. Again, not including all the days that happened before the capitulation. We're not even there yet. I could see another altcoin going about 40 to 50% within that one day. Now, that's the day you got to buy, of course, but here, if we drop down about 50%, 40% from there, that kind of matches up pretty well with it, right? So you're going to have to be looking at that. And I would also just add some Fibonacci levels in here. You have some trend lines, but every trend line that we've really used here, we broke the last good trend line that I would have used to buy off of like a support level. That was that, right? And we broke down below that right there, and that was the end of the trend. You could have adjusted it a little bit more to something like that. We still broke down below that. Held there once, broke down right there. We're about to have a death cross on the weekly, which is a bad sign for this coin going forward anyway. So yeah, I would expect it to head somewhere closer to the maybe to be conservative, let's just say 70s, 60 to 70 cent range if Bitcoin does capitulate over the next few weeks here. So that's what you'd be looking at. If we got really nasty and let's say, we had like a really bad May, then a really bad June on top of that, maybe it would come back down to 40 cents or something like that. But that'd be a rough ride. But I would still be buying it at like 40, 35 cents at the same time here. Matic is going to be something good. Same with Ethereum Classic. Those ones I believe in a lot. They have good bases. A lot of people like them. They're cheap in the eyes of people. Matic is $1. People like that. Ethereum Classic is like 30, 40 bucks, but people still bought it up because it was on Robinhood. I want Robinhood to add as many coins as they can on their exchange right now. They're just being so slow about it because any low market cap that Robinhood puts on their coins. Like I don't even use Robinhood. I think I have $2 in there for my YOLO play. I told you guys to not buy a long time ago, and look, it's still going down. It's fun. I don't even know what it is, but it's been going down for a long time. Crypto, all right? They got some crypto here. Um, there's not. You can see market cap right here. Lowest market. Okay, that's weird. The lowest market cap coin right now is Compound. Compound is something I've been buying up here, but I want to buy more of it on the cheaper side. But I think Compound, look, it's the only thing under $1 billion market cap on Robinhood. The last time there was something under $1 billion market cap, it was Dogecoin, right? So, am I expecting the same type of Dogecoin boom? No, but you know what? During the next altcoin season, I bet Compound is going to have a crazy, crazy rally. My only problem with it is kind of goes against one of my rules. It's not under a penny, but heck, it's like $102. But I have a feeling if we drop down another 40% or something like that, if I can get it under like about $60 price range for Compound, I'll be buying a lot more at that point. And I want to see the same type of effect as we saw with Ethereum Classic. You guys know on the majority exchanges when Ethereum Classic was kind of booming off, it was hitting off $200 or something like that. Or while it was $200, there was something weird going on with Robinhood where the price was like $280, like really inflated pricing. I want something similar to happen with Compound there. But I'd prefer if they actually put some, some cheaper, lower market cap coins on Robinhood. I don't think it would hurt their reputation at all. And in fact, I think they need the extra coins on there to help get more users over there. Because what is this hood? You guys know I'm buying up Robinhood. It's almost back below $10 again. I want to buy some more of it, but you know, at a while ago it was at $80, opening up around $40. So since it IPO'd, it's actually lost about 25% of its value. They need to push that stuff, and they need to push it pretty hard. But if they do that, no, I want them to do it now so the price isn't going to be artificially inflated when they actually announce it, if that makes sense. But yeah, Matic can definitely reach 60 cents. We can reach 80 cents. It won't be that good. But if you want to zoom out, if you guys are planning long term here and you guys are planning to buy some capitulation buys, if you will, or buy some coins or capitulation, a potential capitulation event, you guys would probably want to look at the weekly charts. The daily charts are fine, but they just kind of, it's just a lot of stuff, a lot of nasty, ugly stuff right there. The weekly charts, everything's just a little bit more condensed. You can kind of get some more general ideas. So if I was to go from when the trend actually changed right here and went up, right there, we have a Fibonacci level here at what, 82 cents. We have another Fibonacci level here at 38 cents. That kind of matches up with this support level right here. So maybe we might come down a little bit more, or maybe we don't come down. I can't. I still think we're gonna come down another 20% or so. But yeah, but you might see some support right there. Maybe if I actually just do this, maybe that'll make it a little bit nicer. Is it gonna be a better one if I just do this here? No, still somewhat around the same areas. Yeah, I could see Matic coming down to the low or mid 60s, even the high 60s, maybe just 70s, but I can see it coming down quite a bit more. Specifically on that day of capitulation. Specifically on the day of capitulation. And I was kind of hoping Bitcoin might have a green day today. I mean, not really, but I thought maybe, just maybe, after the rough times we've been having here. Oh, that's the wrong one. I don't want to mess with that chart specifically. There we go. Back over here. This is back over here. Days, COVID. Okay. And there we are. Still waiting on Bitcoin to make some type of move here. But until then, it can be boring. I'm okay with that. It makes me feel better. Okay. It can go lower. Everything can go lower. Everything can go lower. We just broke out of a... Well, here, hold on. We just broke down out of a 4-month consolidation period. We just broke down out of a 4-month consolidation period. Usually, the longer you consolidate, the larger the breakdown, the larger the downward pressure, right? The only thing I think that's really helping Bitcoin out right now is the fact that we're correlated to the market. So even though the market's been going down and it's been bad for Bitcoin, don't get me wrong, I think in times of old, in 2018, 2020, and 2014, in times of old, we would have ripped the Band-Aid off a lot faster. I think we're like slowly peeling the Band-Aid off, and right now the hairs are getting stuck in it, and we're just like, ooh, 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 and we're just being very babyish about it. In times of old, I think we would have just been slamming down and just getting it over with, which would have been better for all of us, frankly, because it just means time kind of moves on as, we're that much closer to altcoin season, we're that much closer to the next bull run, and so to speak. But now, it just feels like we're slowly peeling off the Band-Aid, and it sucks because it's so boring to watch. To just kind of, slowly peel it off there. And hey, Happy Travel, thanks for the super chat. Hi, Mike. My understanding of trend lines are fine, thanks to you, but I have trouble drawing major support and resistance lines on a daily chart. Yeah, so major support and resistance lines on a daily chart. So let me see if I can find something like more of a blank one for us. Well, just one blank. Weekly. Yeah, we can take this off. Okay. So usually with daily support and you're looking for those major support levels, a lot of it is going to be trend lines. It just kind of depends on how they stick. So for this instance, we use this trend line right there. I know a lot of other people use this one right here, but you guys know my reservations about these ones specifically. They're you can use them, but they're just not as reliable, right? So when I use these ones, all I'm looking for is two dominant, like two clear points where there was support. I connect the lines, and it's as simple as that. If you're looking for support, maybe like at a horizontal level, what I normally will do, depending on if you're looking to do like a grand support level, if you kind of zoom it out on your screen a little bit, let me open this up here. You stretch it out. I try to find the bottoms that seem to be exaggerated, if you will. And by that I mean they have like a long wick, or they kind of just draw your eye. In this example, it's not going to be too all good because I'm just looking at so many candles, if you will. But normally if I'm looking at solid support levels, it kind of goes back to what we were talking about a little bit ago. That's a solid support right there for us. Nice support. You try to see if it has any other effects, but sometimes it doesn't. Support right here. And you're going to notice I'm having a lot of lines on here, right? A lot of lines. So, and I can even do one over here from Bitcoin capitulation. So, after I do this, I will be looking to add other indicators, other tools onto the chart to see what I can find out. In this example here, I would be adding a Fibonacci level, kind of what I just did a few minutes ago. And I could add, I would add maybe 4 or 5 Fibonacci levels on a Bitcoin chart here, just because there's so much stuff that happened. Usually you can go off of every major trend change. This is a more detailed way of doing it than I just did it a few minutes ago. That's fine for now. And then what you do is you try to find a little bit of a cluster of lines and see if there's any clusters. The only real cluster I can see right now is this one right here. There's some further away, there's some down here, no clusters down there. And then you just say, hey, there's a nice little support level right around here that I can be buying. Your support levels don't, or your buying zones, which is going to end up being, they don't really have to be like these little, like this, just the line itself. You want to make a zone that way you can kind of buy at the beginning of the zone. If it keeps on dropping, you can keep on buying, but it helps you make a plan in the long term. But usually what I do is I just look for, just draw some trend lines on the screen, the basic support ones, and then from there, I see, hey, does this match up with the, does this match up with like a Fibonacci retracement level? Does this match up with maybe a Fibonacci extension level? Maybe some, well here, actually, let me do something as well. Let me just delete all this stuff. Or here, one last thing. No, that's fine for that one. But I can also add other stuff on here, like maybe back in time. Let me go use the weekly chart here. Sometimes the weekly chart can be a little bit better when you're doing this as well, which is why I kind of said the daily chart's sometimes better. Just because you have like level of support, 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 support. You don't have to worry about each individual wick. They kind of just zoom in a little bit more. But this is kind of a long-term strategy type of thing. But let me go over here. So I can find it. Sometimes you can add on different Fibonacci levels, like the extension levels over here. And you can see we held up right here, held right there. I mean, there's a little bit of support, but a little bit of resistance, not as much. We kind of blasted through it. Resistance right up here. We kind of blasted actually all the way above it. Found support right there coming back down. Found support kind of right around here at the same time, matching up with Ganfan levels. You can also use Ganfan levels as well, but I'm not putting those on the screen. This take forever. But yeah, you find a line that looks obvious, a few lines that look obvious, and then you add on all the other technicals onto it. And if you find a zone where there's a lot of clumps, a lot of things are kind of clumping together, a lot of support levels, that's kind of the zone that you're going to be looking for. You can call it a support zone, a buying zone, depending on how you want to look at it. You know, you put all the technicals together. You're just going to build out a zone there, and from there, you can either decide, hey, we're gonna hold that zone, let me buy at this zone, or we're gonna break down, and so I can actually start opening shorts once the zone is actually breached and we fall down below it. Okay. But there's a lot of stuff you guys can do with this one. One of the things I'm so excited about Bitcoin going forward here is if I move all this stuff and we go, well, there's a few different ways you guys can do Fibonacci retracement or extension lines here. But if we go back over here to all-time highs, then go back down to low. Now we're most likely going to come down lower, of course. But our next price target would be somewhere up here about $1,000 if we use this method. Or if we go for more short-term strategy, if we would have continued this little bull market, it doesn't look like it now, but if we would have continued it, this is 73, 98,000 is this next one right up here. So I would think the next bull run is going to probably go somewhere close to about $98,000, $100,000, which would be great for altcoins. Great for altcoins. Probably not as much as people probably want. I definitely see people like saying we're going to go to 150,000 during the next altcoin rally, all types of crazy stuff. We definitely can, but well, we can. But it wouldn't have been as easy if we were taking off from here. Remember, Bitcoin likes to, that's the answer to your question, okay? But Bitcoin likes to have these cool-off moments where we just drop like a rock, drop like a rock where we can reload, everybody's happy. We've had these like small drop off points, but look at all-time high to the lowest point we've had during this little bit of a nice couple year rally. We've come down 55%, right? Over here from this rally, we came down 72%. Over here, we came down 84%. And all the way back over here, we came down 86%. Now, I don't think we're dropping down 86% this time, but I can definitely see us coming back down. All-time highs, 200 moving average, that's about 70%. I don't think that's too unrealistic. Maybe if we just go to 60%, that's like 28,000. I assume that's $25,000, $26,000. That's not too unrealistic. And then from that point, the cool down's over. We might stagnate for a little bit, whatever. But then we start moving back up, and then everybody's like, "Oh no, did I miss out on the buying opportunity?" And you can say, "No, you can keep on buying. You can keep on buying now, every which way." But one of the things for you guys before I go over to the next question, when we're down below that 100 weekly moving average, I know like we're all gonna buy right here, we're all gonna buy here, but I'm still gonna be buying throughout this entire process, right? Because this is still gonna be before the main rally. I'm still gonna be buying Bitcoin when we hit like $55,000 again, $60,000 again, $69,000 again, because I'm thinking the next rally is gonna take us well beyond that level, okay? And then once we hit some all-time highs, oh yeah, I'm gonna start scaling out a little bit here and there, taking off 10%, maybe 15%, then leaving the rest on there until we hit some type of major price target. And that price target, I'll probably have a better idea about when it comes to well, there's a few things there for the next price target actually. Trend lines, right? That big one up on top, that one's going to be real big one to pop up out above. And then on top of that, Fibonacci extensions and so forth, and a few other boring indicators here. But I can't even put those on the screen yet because we don't have a bottom yet. When we find a bottom, everything will be so much easier. But there's going to be a lot of craziness before that happens, of course, and that's always the way it is, unfortunately. Which one is this? Bitcoin. Oh, there we go. Okay. But yeah, guys, Bitcoin's being the boringest, the most boring coin it can be today, and that's a-okay with me. There we go. Okay, somebody's back. Okay, that's fine. There we are. Okay. Hey, Happy Travel. Would appreciate it if you can show us. Oh, sorry, I didn't even. How you draw your resistance and support lines on daily chart. Oh, yeah, just did it. Okay. And for resistance, it's pretty much the same exact thing. You're looking at the extension levels instead, though. A lot of times, I put out a video a few days ago about Fibonacci extensions. Watch it. It's a great tutorial. You're normally aiming for number one when you add them. So I can do a baby one right here for you very fast. Is there something here? Okay, it's going to be hard because we haven't really rebounded yet. But no, this one's not going to be easier on this chart. Is there anything been going up lately? Or let me just do this here. If Bitcoin were to have a reversal, there's the bottom. You're normally aiming for this number one right here on the Fibonacci extension tool. I got $37,000. And that'd be something more of a small trade, if you will. This is an hour chart. But if you guys have TradingView, this is not going to be white. It's actually going to be some nasty form of gray that's like almost invisible. So when you guys get the chance, I would change it over to white just so it kind of pops on your screen. If you have another color of background, just make sure it pops off of that background, okay? Because like sometimes, imagine if it was black line. It's just that much harder to see it. And I got really bad eyesight. Well, not really bad eyesight, but bad eyesight, I guess. So, I want to be able to see it and make it nice and clear, especially if a lot of times I'm looking at charts through the side of my eye when I'm doing something else on the computer. I just want to be able to kind of get a little whoosh, selling zone right there, Our chart doesn't look too good. Okay. There we are. Let me see you. Before I forget, welcome all the members. Thanks, CoinPhase, Max Power, Jay again. Hey, Monica. I still gotta get comfortable calling you doctor. And there we go. Okay. Thank you, members, for showing up. And what I've done for you, members, as well, just before I go back over here to other questions and stuff like that. And if I'm missing your question because I'm talking too much on a specific question, feel free to ask again, and I will answer it for you. It's a good Friday night jam, guys. Okay. I know it's not a lot, but I added this little thing to say thank you to our channel, which I think is pretty cool by YouTube. So I was actually pretty happy with that. If you guys don't have pictures, add pictures, even if it's not your face right there. I appreciate it, guys. Okay, but let me see right here. Um, oh, hey, Joe Bob. Yeah, I'm doing more shorts lately. Shorts are kind of fun. I enjoy them. It's just kind of I gotta figure out what I'm gonna say with them. Shorts are so complicated. YouTube Shorts is so much more complicated than TikTok. TikTok makes their short stuff really simple and easy. For YouTube, the goal for YouTube is YouTube really focuses on from an algorithmic perspective of keeping you guys watching for as long as possible. Okay, and not as much as giving you what you like. They think that I mean, they have a weird viewpoint that I don't really agree with, but I'm not going to go into that one as far as the algo is concerned. But in order for one of my shorts to even get more than like a few hundred views, you guys have to watch the video like 2 or 3 times to let YouTube know that you really like it, so they'll pump it out to more people. And this is finance. This is not some type of me playing with my dog Loki, or me just dancing in front of something, or me, looking like a hot girl or something like that, right? So it's very hard to do it with that type of content. Or I have to show some type of big loss in the trades, right? And I don't like to do that. I don't like to lose money. You know how many people promoted their YouTube channels and TikToks and Twitters over the last week saying, I went long on Bitcoin? There was a lot of people that said, I'm buying Bitcoin and support because we're holding. And then we drop down, and then they make another video saying, oh yeah, I got wrecked, but you should watch my content anyways. That's the type of stuff that gets a lot of views on YouTube, and I don't want to lose money for you guys. I'm sorry. I tell you guys to paper trade so you don't even lose money yourself, right? But that's just the way it ends up going, right? But it's fun to watch other people do it. I watch the videos myself, so I can't talk bad about them. I'm just not doing it for you guys. I shorted and made money. That's the way I like to do it. And hey, Dixon, boring isn't fun. Try to scalp this sitting out. Oh my God, no, there's no reason to try to scalp this right now. This would be incredibly horrible. To scalp Bitcoin right now, you'd have to have it on the 5-minute chart here, take that off, and then you have to have a 5-minute. Okay, well, what's the easiest way to do this? Load chart layout. Yeah, let me do this. Slide tutorial. No, I would just open up a new one for you guys. Okay, here. It would me be doing this, and I would have 15, 5, 1. Oh, no. Yeah, 5, 15. Sorry, my brain's broken, guys. 5, there you go. So it'd be the 1 minute, 1 second, 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minutes here, and that's how it'd have to be scalping. And at the same time, I'd have the volume off for the most part, except for maybe on the 5. And then having some type of technicals here, but the technicals, it's just going sideways, so nothing crazy is happening. Then you'd be zooming in here, waiting for a jolt of volume that makes everything to shame, and then from there you have to have a hotkey on your exchange. Usually this is better with TD Ameritrade's Fidelity's non-cryptos. You have to have your hotkey set up so, like for TD Ameritrade, if I push space B at the same time, I will buy 500 shares of whatever I'm looking at, or buy some calls or options like that. And then from there you'd have to be just watching like a hawk, right? Because you can't buy at the top, you have to short at the little top of these little peaks here, right? Even if we break out here, your mind is doing a whole bunch of stuff at once. That's my main point. So we didn't break out above it, we got close, but we also have to worry about this level of resistance as well. So that's not really a good buying opportunity all the way up here. Wait for it. And so if I wanted to, maybe since I see a little bit of higher lows right here, if we come back down again, maybe I could try scalping that for like a quick few seconds. But I mean, it wouldn't even be worth it. I mean, it wouldn't even be worth it by a mile here, because then you have to look at the 15-minute chart. Look at this. We've had a few red candles. We haven't fallen down below. Maybe we can have a reversal on the next candle here. So, 5 minutes left? Maybe. I mean, yeah. What do you call? You'd want to buy at the low little peaks right here. Peaks. Let me see. Oh, I got the magnet on. That's why it's acting up so funny. But if it came back down here, that's when you'd want to buy it. And I wouldn't even have bought that one. It's coming up a little bit now, but I still wouldn't have bought it. Still would not have bought that at all. Um, Scalping is so nerve wracking, but it's so much fun. I prefer to scalp. If I do scalp, it tends to be volatile penny stocks, or it's crypto coins that are somewhere between 10 cents and $1. Those are usually pretty fun to trade. But in crypto, a lot of times you see transactions within those currencies between a penny, which I don't really like too much. What I tend to do is I prefer the crypto coins, penny stocks if I am going to be scalping, and I rarely trade penny coins anymore. They're fun, but man, they can be just. You gotta wait forever for a setup. You gotta put the VWAP on. You gotta do a whole bunch of stuff, and it just drives you nuts. Crypto swinging and crypto day trading is just so much easier here. But when you're looking at all these different things, you're just kind of waiting for something to kind of kick off there, and then you see right here like there's a whole bunch of other stuff, right? Preferably, what I like to do is I like to scalp breakouts, but there's not even a nice breakout to be looking for right now. Maybe something like that. And we could always just add like that. Right. So there's a lot of stuff here because we've just been so choppy. I don't like to scalp sideways movements. I'd like to scalp aggressive moves, and you're in there for just a few seconds. You ride the momentum, right? There's no momentum right now. We're just going at a slug's pace here for Bitcoin, and that's what I normally like. So like you see how you wouldn't have bought it right here, so went up. I still wouldn't buy it, but that's just me being me. Because you'd only be in it for a little bit. A lot of scalpers will only scalp from here to here, here to here. Maybe if it comes down a little bit more. Again, watching the second chart as well. We're in the middle zone right now. Preferably, you'd actually want to be opening the scalp at a minute mark. So at the 5-minute mark, at the 15-minute mark, when the candles reset. Because when the 15-minute candle resets, the 5 is also resetting, the 1 is also resetting, and the second is just doing its thing, right? And so now we hit some type of bottom here. So you might see an opportunity to buy there, and then from there you might try to ride it up again off another little. But since you see how we're still in this 15-minute candle kind of moving down, and you see right here on the 5, at least we're still choppy bit by bit, maybe we can still come up just a little bit, but you'd only be riding the wave up. I mean, oh gosh. $14. And even then, that'd be kind of scary to do, right? Because remember, we're in this slight downtrend at the moment. Overall, right. Oh, there you guys can see it. Slight downtrend. So scaling can be pretty fun, but man, it's a crazy experience. Because let's say I bought right here. Let's just say I bought. Now I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting and just hoping we go back up here, and nothing really going on. We still got 2 minutes. Still got 3 minutes. Really probably want to be in this for about a maximum of 3 minutes, wouldn't you? Yeah. But we'll give it a few seconds here. Let me take another sip of tea, then we'll have to go on to the next question here. But yeah, scalping can be fun. It's just, it's not worth it in crypto if you ask me. Unless you have a bunch of capital on hand and you don't have to pay leverage fees. Because leverage fees with scalping, like the fees overtake the value of the profit, right? Somebody's trying to sell us down a little bit, but it's not really doing much. These are what you call like mini traders, like above a retail trader, but not really a full, not really a whale, if you will. They're just having their own fun trading at the moment. But you just gotta wait, and you just gotta wait, and you gotta be what the 15 looks bearish, the 5 doesn't do anything, the 1 looks fine, but the 15 looks more bearish, right? So, and we also have 11 more minutes before that candle closes, but within that 15 minutes, you have an opportunity for just 1 minute for us to pop back up a little bit and hopefully have a stronger move, even if it is going to be a little bit of trouble if we hit that level of resistance, right? I'm just trying to wait it out to see if we break down on these higher lows right here because we're really close, or if we just make a move up. Either way, I don't care, but still, that's the thing of a scalper. You're just kind of waiting. You're seeing how we're at that point of like support, so you're seeing choppiness come because somebody's trying to buy it up, somebody's also trying to sell it down, and you just kind of watch a show of going, but it was go, and then there you go. Somebody just had enough of it and was like, screw you, whoever's buying it up, and the whale may try to retaliate, or mini whale, whatever you want to call it. There's a story going on of people trying to blast through these walls, and they're trying to force the market to do what they want on a very micro scale, but you're trying to take advantage of that. And I mean, look, most people would still be holding at this point, I guess you would say as well. So because we have a double top on the 1 minute chart. We haven't actually closed down below it yet. Um, Barely there. So this is what they're trying to do. See, the little things. But if you look at the 5 minute chart, can you even tell we're on a double top on the 1 minute chart? No. Look at the 15. Do you even see a double top there? No. I mean, we had an opportunity for one, I guess, a few hours ago, but nothing there. So it's the fun stuff here. It's the fun stuff. I'm waiting to see if they can actually pump it back up. Ooh. Uh, uh. This is the minute to try to have a pump if they're going to have one. We found some support. Buyers came at the last minute. This is the candle that needs to have a nice move up. But again, you still got like 46 seconds left. So, see, I mean, sorry. For me, this is like a complete show. I'm completely entertained by this, and I love trading this type of stuff. But it's not worth the thing to trade it. So you can see a whole different thing going. Look at the volume's coming up here. Somebody's like, I'm tired of this as well. Let me get this up here. That short from earlier that's trying to pump it back down. They were still trying to bring it back down to break us down below this low over here. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on right now, but somebody's playing chess, somebody's playing checkers, and it's we'll come back to it in a few. Oh, is it gonna pop now? Nope. Got 4 seconds left. Three, two, one. New minute. We'll come back to see how it performed in another few minutes or so. But you would have wanted it to continue up here if it was going to have that more bullish move. Anything? Nope. Okay. But yeah, I like scalping. It's pretty fun. You see, that new minute hit, we didn't do it, and somebody's trying to push us down even more. And again, this is just a minute chart, so I'm over exaggerating every small move that we see. But a lot of times it does matter in the world of scalping. Because scalping, it's like, oh, I just lost 10% on that tiny little move. That's the type of stuff you see. But it's because the 15 is more bearish. The 5 is now showing bearishness as we kind of trip down for that last minute. But, it's fun to watch that type of stuff. And overall, I mean, look, here's the 5 minute chart for Bitcoin again. You can't even tell any of that craziness just went on there. One person won, well, somebody lost, and that other person that just lost, they sold off some of their coin as well. It's not the end of the world, though. Again, it's not the end of the world. People just scalp like crazy. Hey, Courtney, happy to see you back. That infomercial in the background is killing me. Hey, Yeet. Oh, this is a coffee channel that I watch on YouTube. It's called Whole Latte Love. So they talk about ways to make better espresso, add stuff to espresso. Same with James Hoffman. Yeah, let me show it to you very fast. I don't know how to spell that channel's name, but here, Whole Latte Love. Let me close that off. Yeah, great channel. I watch a lot of stuff off of here. I watched them to get my first espresso machine. That Gaja Classic Pro thing. Um, this thing. This is my first espresso machine. I still own it. It's freaking fantastic. Um, it's amazing. But I learned all about it by watching this YouTube channel. This guy right here, or this company, they go into specifics. They even teach you how to repair your own coffee machines, double boiler versus single boiler, all types of cool stuff. I want to get a really fancy espresso machine, but I think I'm gonna wait till I move to Nicaragua because I think it's gonna be a process. And I'm thinking of getting one of those. I'm gonna go down to Nicaragua, have like a house that's already furnished for me, basically. Then later I'm gonna come back up here, rent one of those little truck things, train car. I don't know what you call it. A cargo pod that goes on a container ship. I'm gonna put all my stuff in it, ship it down there, move it to my house, take it all out, kind of revamp the house, if you will. And because I have like a lot nicer stuff here, obviously I'm gonna have down there. And then from there I'm going to start drinking espresso every day. But I'm gonna bring that first one down with me with some of the luggage. I need coffee to survive. I can't live without it. There's another guy. I feel this guy's bougie. James Hoffman.
If you want to
This guy's pretty cool as well. This guy's a single person that has a whole bunch of cool coffee things, like the magic of salt and coffee. I didn't know I liked salt and coffee till I tried this guy, and I was like, oh my god, it actually tastes pretty good. Right, but I don't like too much salt. So there's a lot of cool stuff that you guys can see in that on YouTube. Besides just the learning about how to make money, but of course, buying like $1,000, $500, whatever espresso machines can be pretty pricey. I wasn't able to afford it until a few months of saving with my corporate job. I was like, I really want this, but I really want to just be smart about it. And guys, that thing's paid for itself already. I used to drink two $6 cups of coffee a day, one in the morning, one on the way home. $12 a day, 5 times a week. It adds up a lot. When you're just thinking about paying $500 or 400, $500 with tax here, it pays for itself real fast, real fast. Especially when a guest come over and I can just make them a nice cup of coffee, a nice espresso with some milk, some fresh coffee beans I get from Seattle. Makes your life a lot easier. Again, remember I used to have that waterfront view in downtown Tacoma before I moved down here, and every morning I got up, took a shower, got everything ready, had like a bagel or something small for breakfast, and then what I did is I made myself a fresh espresso. I opened up the window, I just looked at the water, and I sipped my espresso. It's my like get ready for the morning routine. I have something similar now, but it involves taking my dog out to poop. Right. So not nearly as relaxing, but still, I try to have a nice relaxing day. Now I do a little bit of yoga in the morning. Right. So coffee's good. The moral of the story here is coffee's good. What's it here? Hey, Borlinger Bands are pretty tight for a short-term move. Yeah, we should have a bounce here pretty soon. I mean, everything is pretty much tightened up, but we're just kind of in this weird holding pattern, and whenever we break out of it, it'll be good, but it looks like it's going to take a while for us to get out of this at this moment in time here. We're just in this little bit of a slight downtrend right now, right? Um, but we're squeezing. I mean, we should see a move relatively soon. That'll be a fun thing to see, though. Golden cross there. I mean, we have on the 5 minute chart, we have an opportunity. 15 minute chart still looks bearish, but still, everything's moving so sideways. There's not really much you can do. Hey, Inzaghi, or is Anagi. Sorry if I mispronounced the name. I was practicing this range using paper trading, and it was awful and not worth it. Exactly. Paper money, exactly. Yeah. Well, that's why you trade paper money, though. It's never worth it, right? It's never worth it to try to do those small moves. What you're normally waiting for is you're waiting to trade a breakout. I don't think we have a breakout here. Let me see if I can find something. Anything really moving volatile wise? No. Coin market cap. What's moving? Last hour. What's up? What's up? XMR. Okay. Bybit. Let's see if this works out here. On the seconds chart. Oh no, this isn't gonna be nearly as good. When I use a second chart, I don't want it to be this. See how it's not going second by second, right? Um, Alpha's up a little bit. DCR is probably gonna be a better one. Even this one isn't too good by the second. See how it's not just going second by second? A lot of times Bitcoin just much easier. Mm, nope. Nope. That's fine. I won't worry about it. Hopefully Bitcoin can make a little bit of a move here. Go back over here. You can actually see that we had a little bit of a pop after all that. Then we came back down. So we had that curl, kind of broke through the curl, honestly. Kind of messed up the pattern, but we still came up a little bit. I probably would have lost money on that trade, but I would have never made the trade in the first place. But again, 15, still climbing down bearishly. If you were going to buy for a reversal, you would buy in about 1 minute and 30 seconds or so. Probably a good time. Because then you would want to have a short term reversal. Maybe that'd be it. But, I mean, scalping, you're not in there for that long, which is the pain here. And Bitcoin, if you think about it, these small moves, Bitcoin just went up about $38, 0.11%. There's not really much money to be made here, but it's nice to anticipate, because if you guys can anticipate what's happening on these charts right here, I mean, it helps you a lot when you're using the 15 versus the 45 versus the 4 hour versus the 1 hour versus the daily, right? Not a lot of times you guys are gonna be looking at this quite a little bit more, but what 54? We'll come back in a minute or something like that. All right, but so far it still looks pretty bearish for the daily outlook anyway. There we go. All right. Hmm. Hey Nico, how low can ape go? Oh, Ape can go pretty darn low. Ape can go back down below $10 again. Well, in what time frame? I guess I would ask you, because ApeCoin, it had a nice little rally here over the last few days. Oh, well, this is a new hour, a new 15. Oh, this is that second chart will actually be pretty fun here. But here, as far as ApeCoin's concerned, coming down after it hit a nice little move here. I sold my ApeCoin at $15, so you know what? I didn't make as much profit as I thought. Right? But I sold my ApeCoin back over here when we were rallying up here, so I never even bought back into it because I was just trying to show you guys an example of buying low, selling high, right? I mean, how would that even did this even work for this one? Because this one was so volatile. Yeah, I mean, we hit one, but we also kept out all the way up to 2.68 right there. I would have sold mine right there, and you saw a lot of people did, and we crashed back down. Then we eventually kept on going back up here. As far as ApeCoin, so ApeCoin's fairly new. What is it saying? It opened up from like $1 or something like that. During Bitcoin capitulation, you can see ApeCoin go back down to like $5, $6 or so. But for now, I wouldn't have too much worry about it. What I'd be looking for is maybe a possible bounce off of this support level over here. Maybe if it comes back down to like $12 or so, that'd be a good buying opportunity. If it breaks down below that, you're probably going to see some shorts come in here, only until we probably run into something like this. So maybe down to 11.29 or something like that, we might have another bouncing opportunity. But if you're hoping for like a stronger move to stay bullish, you're going to want to see us curl like that. If we don't curl like that, ooch, that'd be bad. And part of the reason is here, at least for the Binance charts, we don't have enough moving averages to kind of see what's going on. But we just had a death cross on the 4-hour chart. We're most likely going to have a death cross here on the another death cross with the 50 and the 200 here. So things aren't looking so hot. But on the 15-minute, what's happening over here? Still the downtrend, unfortunately. I think there's just a lot of people afraid, a lot of bag holders are afraid right now. Maybe people that bought up here or up here, and they're like, oh, are we ever going to go back up? I think it'll be fine in the more medium term. Long term, kind of Bitcoin capitulation time, it might take a little bit more of a hit than that. What happened? Let's see. This is a new hour now, so a lot of stuff happens when you had a new hour. Somebody's trying to buy, but somebody's just too much selling pressure. It's gonna have to pop. A lot of times you look at the second chart, guys, and what you're waiting for is just a pop moment where a wall has been broken or a support level has been broken. But when a wall is broken, it's not these small moves. It's something much more drastic. It kind of looks a little bit like that, but bigger. I don't know if there'll be one you can see here though. Kind of like that. Not. You still need to be bigger. Um, I think it's equivalent to maybe like $5 million, like a long or something like that. I tried to run the numbers once, but I wasn't able to really get a good estimate of what it looks like. But 2 minutes ago, yeah. But yeah, it's a lot of times people like to buy at the 1 minute to go against the grain. Oh, okay, that looks a bit. No, still not it. But yeah, this is more just small day traders. It looks like there's no whales here. But a lot of times people like to buy at the 1 hour mark because then we can have a wick for the 1 hour, so they're only in it for a little bit of time. Oh, that looks a little bit better, I guess. And it kind of goes back to that theory that most candles need wicks, right? Most candles need wicks. So if I was to go over here for Bitcoin and I was to go to the daily chart, okay, maybe not this Bitcoin chart because there's just so much going on. Coinbase, Bitcoin, okay. And I go to the daily chart. You see how like every daily candle has a wick, 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 wick. Some are very small, some are a little bit longer, but most have wicks. This one doesn't have really that big of a wick at all. This one doesn't have a big wick at all. Wick, 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 wick. And so you see a lot of traders out there who buy specifically at the beginning of the day, and they're just trading the wick. They're just trading for that wick movement, okay? And I think a lot of people do that with the new monthly candle that we just had. Remember I told you guys that, hey, even though we just broke down, we still need to make a wick to come back up a little bit more. And look at that. We have a nice little wick there. People just trade the wick. It's a weird concept. I don't really like it too much, but people do it. I've never felt comfortable enough to do it, but I know there's a lot of people that do like to do it. You can see yesterday, not that much of a wick. Not much of a wick there. A little bit there, a little bit there. So it kind of depends on how you do it. But a lot of people just, once the day is open, they buy the wick and you see a little pop, and then all of a sudden, boosh, it comes back down. And I think that's because a lot of people like to open new trades at the new day because they think something's going to happen. So like right here, you would have bought in right here because you're anticipating a breakout above the 20-day moving average. So okay, that could be a really good day where we might get up to $42,000, right? All right, here you can see people doing the same thing. Oh, maybe this is the day we break out above it. Right here, oh, we did break above it. Maybe a little bit more above that. Then we got shorted, of course. But people are buying preemptively before the technicals tell them to because they want to take the extra profit, and that's what they're hoping for, and that's where we get these little wicks right here. But a lot of people, like at the beginning of the day, they try to buy just to get a little bit of money off of it. But remember, I'm not doing this now because normally I don't know. Normally I don't do it, but we're kind of in this downtrend. We just broke down. There's not really a reason to be buying at this point in time, right? Unless you're doing some scalping like these guys over here. And even still, look at, still in the downtrend here. Even after that little bit of a pump we had, probably up here somewhere. Yeah, they still got slammed back down. Second charts can be very devious. Okay, there we go. 5 is fine. There we are. Okay. Hey, Nico, had to move to Puerto Rico. Hey, that's not too bad. I know a few people over in Puerto Rico. I'm moving to Nicaragua, so I can't complain. I would be so excited to move. But I'm moving next autumn. Next autumn. I was gonna move next summer, but then I realized my sister's going off to college that in August. So I was like, okay, well I better wait till my sister go to college in August, and then afterwards, then I'm gonna leave. And so, but I got to prepare for all that stuff first. But it should be. It'll be fun to move. It'll be fun to get out of here and just kind of go traveling a lot. I want to go traveling all throughout Central and South America quite a bit, especially while the dollar is strong. Right? Mm. But speaking of the dollar, let's get out of this for a second here. Let me actually just open up a new dashboard, a new chart layout. Can we use GAN fans? Unnamed. Oh, maybe this was the unnamed one. Okay, never mind. We can go here. It's fine. Watch list. Volume off. The DXY guys. Let me go back to the weekly charts. I'm gonna put up these levels of resistance. Well, we broke through the highs. I guess we just haven't closed above them. There we go. Yeah, we do have highs up here. Yep, we're above that one. Does it match up with anything way back in the day? A little bit. Okay. Back to the daily chart. Zooming all the way here. We just hit a new high today, guys. So the dollar is still pretty strong, guys. I still anticipate we're going to break through this, though. Maybe we're just waiting for that. Yeah, so here's the 4-hour chart. We're close. We had some strong moves through the day throughout the trading session. After that, once we have a clear break, we broke above $104. That's the first time we've done that in years. Yeah, so we really did break out. Okay, but yeah, we broke out above it. That's going to be good that's good for Bitcoin going down. I should say that. But once we were able to do that, then the next level of resistance for the dollar kind of goes way back up here to $109. And in that price range, maybe you will be more happy to buy Bitcoin if you're going off of purely the dollar index. I know a lot of people have been looking at the dollar index as their signal to buy. This dollar index is why so many bulls refuse to short or just bought a lot of Bitcoin over the last few days at the support level because they thought we were going to get rejected here, right? Rejected and then fall all the way back down. I understand why they thought that, but if you, again, going back to practical economics, not the fancy stuff you learn in college, although, I was in the very, very, very back row of economics, and I still got a B+, and I was playing Deer Hunter the entire time on my iPad, right? So economics isn't too hard, but the economy is not good. We had good jobs numbers, but people are being forced to choose right now, and it's only getting worse and worse and worse. And the middle class, I think, is doing fairly fine. The lower classes are where all this pain is coming, and growing up poor, I noticed that CNBC didn't talk about my class of people all too much, right? CNN doesn't really talk to my class of people too much. MSNBC, Fox News, Fox News actually a little bit, um, but they don't really hit the poor people all too much when they're talking about how economic policies are really hitting people. It's usually the middle class suburbia family that they talk about, and that's not where the majority of the problems are right now. It's the people that are living paycheck to paycheck, and all of a sudden their gas bill just doubled. What are they cutting out of the budget? That's what everybody's looking for right now. And that's why I think the dollar is going to continue going higher, especially since China has COVID lockdowns going on. China COVID lockdowns are pretty bad. And then on top of that, you just see inflation getting worse. You see the Federal Reserve getting dovish on inflation. I don't know. I don't know why they're trying to keep the market happy. Let the market freak out, fix the problem. The market will fix itself by raising prices or doing whatever the free market needs to do. They'll do their job, right? But the Federal Reserve is trying to make nice with the with the stock market, and the stock market doesn't care. The stock market will use you and ring you out, and then you'll look like a fool, right? So, oh yeah, let me get out of that right here. Oh, starting to move down a little bit here. There we go, just a little bit, breaking down below that low here though. All right, yeah, no worries, Nico. You think it has a good future? About what? Puerto Rico? Oh, and I mean Nicaragua, Puerto Rico? Yeah, I think all of Latin America has a good future ahead of it. Sure, they're going to have some problems and stuff like that. That's going to be something that's going to happen already. Like just look at El Salvador. They've arrested like maybe 15,000 gang members in the past like 2 months or something like that, and they've just been keeping them locked up, and everything's been getting better, and the people support it. I think Latin America will be fine. What I think about Latin America is like kind of there's a movie out there. It's kind of a niche movie, I guess, but a lot of people have watched it called Starship Troopers. Uh, oh, that's not how you spell Troopers. It's this movie right here. Okay, about guys out in the world. They go out and they attack bugs who are invading Earth and invading. It's like a war against bugs. Okay, but this main character right here, Rico. This is a weird tangent, I know. He lives in South America, and it's like people have just spread out all through Latin America. It's just like modern American city type things out there. I think that's really what's going to happen over time as America kind of prices everybody out because the Federal Reserve keeps on buying houses so nobody can afford them. Big corporations are buying up all these houses and land so nobody can afford them, right? And so you're going to see a lot of people price out of America. I'm just kind of moving ahead of the curve, in my opinion. And by in the next 20 years, I'm going to be 47 years old. And by the time I'm 47 years old, let's just call it 50, I probably want to own about 6 properties all throughout Latin America. 6 properties. In nicer areas, of course, kind of maybe more gated areas and stuff like that. But I want to own that many properties. That way, not to live in them, well, maybe 1 or 2, but the rest I want to be able to rent out to expats or people that are moving in from other countries. I want to rent out to those people who are maybe looking for a place to live. They're testing it out for a few months, see if they like it. I just want to rent it out to them, or not an Airbnb or that, but just rent it out to them and see how they like it. Or if they just want to live there for a long time and just not worry about buying property out of another country because a lot of times it's hard to buy a property, that's fine too. But I want to own a lot of property down there because I think the property value over there is going to continue going higher and higher and higher, and it's so cheap right now that I don't have to worry about it compared to America because going over here very fast. Here's a little small beach town. We talked about this the other day. For I don't even know what I would probably do for this one. Ooh, there's some of these houses. What's a house? Okay, here's like a $584,000 house. This is something what I would you pay the same type of price in Seattle or Tacoma, right? I mean, okay, I'm not sure I like the color of the house, but that's some of these houses are just bright colors. But you got a decent sized house. You got all this view of the water. You got a pool. I mean, like this is a pretty nice little place, right? You can fix up the walls. You can fix up that nasty tile and all types of stuff right there. I can fix all that up. I don't care. I can get new beds. I can get new bowls and all types of stuff. But I can see this being a nice little place for me. Okay, 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms for 584,000. You go over here to Zillow, right? And I just go over to Seattle, and then let's say I don't even go towards downtown. what does $600,000 get me over here? Here's 675. So a little bit more than 600,000. Beautiful. Which one would you rather have? If you're willing to move out of America, that's the big thing that a lot of people don't want to do, and that's fine, right? A lot of people like to live in America. We have a lot. I'm going to lose out on a lot of luxuries by not being in America. I accept that, but you can see the complete difference of what the money gets you, in each spot. And look, the monkey trail tree. I love those things. But I'd much rather live in Nicaragua in that house with Wi-Fi, chilling out, trading for just a few hours a day, doing YouTube for another few hours a day, and then just going outside to the beach with Loki, hanging out with friends I make down there, other expats, maybe just locals as well, getting a nice meal, fresh fruit off the tree, going swimming in my pool. You get what I'm saying here, right? And so there's a big difference in lifestyle down there, and everything's much slow. Us Americans, or if you're not from America, I mean, maybe as well in other countries, but we like to work. We like to brag about how much we work, when a lot of other countries don't even try to brag about how much they work because it's not even that big of a part of their lives. Americans, work is our life. I used to brag about how much I work. Oh man, I just had to work 60 hours this week on a project. Oh man, Other people I've met across the world, they don't do that. They're like, "What the heck, dude? Why were you working 60 hours? They didn't tell you to stop working for the week." Like, no, they tell you to stop working for the week. It's stuff like that. It makes a difference, right? It makes a difference where you live. But yeah, I think Latin America and South America have great potential in the long run. And hey, Rabbit, happy to see you. Just got off work. Hope work was okay. I hope you're having a good Friday night. Is the metaverse over? My mana has dropped like 50% in the last month. I don't think the metaverse is over, but I think during a Bitcoin capitulation, Bradius, I think I'm going to be very, very picky about the coins I buy. They're going to be those coins under a penny, good market cap, and those larger market cap coins that had the biggest run-ups like mana. But I'm not buying any. Well, I'm not buying much of it, and I'm buying small amounts. But I think the metaverse will come. But the way I look at the metaverse when I'm looking at buying stuff, I'm really looking for opportunities of like games that really look amazing, like a Web3 game, or I don't even know how to explain, like a game that is really worthwhile in my opinion. Like, wow, I would really want to play that game, or wow, I could see a niche population wanting to play that game, because there's a lot of metaverse coin games that I wouldn't want to buy. But at the same time, like, I could see people liking this. Like, I don't understand the D&D games. I have tons of friends that play them, so I know it's a good little, it's a good niche game with a good, strong community. I'm going to be looking for those type of games that have those communities, and I think they'll have a lot of fun with them. The heck? Oh, hello. Hello. Loki's over here just smiling. Oh, I moved, so he moved. Here, you guys can see Loki. Oh, yeah, there you go. I think he's lonely. He was sleeping, and then he heard me talking, and then he was like, "Oh, yeah, okay, there you go." But yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. He just wants some pets on his head. We work to live, not live to work. Exactly, yeah. It's a weird concept, but I think it's just the way we're raised. Because remember, everybody's parents says if you work really really hard, you could have that really really nice lifestyle. Well, haha, you can't, right? Or it's not as easy as that. So that's the trick. But that's why I've decided to move to Nicaragua. I mean, I could live comfortably in America. I mean, I'm fine with it. But at the same time, I could live in luxury like a king in Nicaragua, and that just means I have to move out of the country. I'm okay with that. I'm still paying taxes to the U.S. government. I'm still going to be voting in our elections and everything like that. But I just don't want to have to worry about paying like $1 million for a nice house out where I live. I want to spend, a few $100,000, like $600,000, $700,000 max, buy a house, get it over with, and just own the property and be very happy that I own the property. Hey, Michael, that's a great movie. The propaganda parts in it made me laugh. Oh, it's great propaganda because it's like cheesily realistic. And right here. Oh, hey, Mattis. Sorry, I didn't miss your question. Is this a correction or a dump? Just wondering what you think. If Ukraine and Russia have a peace deal, we might have a dip before a rip. I'm not sure if they're going to have a peace deal. I know there's been some talks about it in the media about it happening. I think tomorrow, during like the big World War II celebration day for Russia. I think that's the holiday it is. That would cause a big move up in Bitcoin, in my opinion, because it would cause a big move up in the stock market. As far as a correction, the stock market's in a correction, but this is a bear market, right? For both the stock and crypto markets, this is a full-out bear market. It's more than just a correction. Sometimes we have these small corrections where we're just kind of down for a few days. This is probably something that's going to be protracted and last a little bit longer. We may have relief rallies, which means we'll go down, we'll pump up a little bit, just enough to make you feel like you want to buy in, and then we'll fall back down. I played a video yesterday in the stream. I encourage you to watch it, or you can actually just watch the CNBC version of it. I'm bad at typing right now. I know I am. Okay, yeah. Okay, well, here it is. This video from 3 days ago, the market is not satisfied until everybody loses. He talks about the mentality of how bear markets really grind at you from a personal and emotional level because everything goes down, you panic a little bit, and then all of a sudden you might buy the dip because everybody says buy the dip, right? Well, then you start moving up a little bit more. Then like, oh man, maybe I should buy more. What should I do? You know, I was right about the dip. And this is the bottom. I need to buy more. Then all of a sudden, you realize within a few more days, it really wasn't the dip, and you just kind of crash back down. It wears on you mentally, and so be careful about thinking this is a short term thing. We can definitely have a relief rally, but this dropping is not over yet. Maybe I would really get excited about Bitcoin no matter, like, even if we don't capitulate. The next time I'm really getting excited about Bitcoin is if we have a golden cross on the weekly chart. And by that, I mean I want the 20-week moving average to cross back above the 50-week. So if we don't capitulate, but that still happens, and maybe we're back up to like 43,000, 44,000, I'm going to get more bullish on Bitcoin off of that golden cross. I may get screwed because of that thought process, but I'm going to do it anyway. And one of the reasons is if I can go over here, I guess. That weekly chart. So we know we just had the death cross. We know that leads to really bad stuff, right? But the last golden cross was right here off of the weekly. Now, of course, I might have bought right here instead of down there. That wouldn't have been as nice. But golden cross there, big move. Golden cross here, okay move. Probably took a little bit longer for that big move to happen, but I still would have been happy with that move. Not as happy, but happy. Golden cross right here. Nice move, right? So any more golden crosses way back over here? Yeah, back when Bitcoin was all the way at $5. Golden cross led Bitcoin from about $6 to about 272 to about 1,200. Okay, so I like my chances of buying with a golden cross after move. You can see it doesn't work perfectly every time though, but still, if I, what is that? Not there, right? No, where was the one that didn't work as well? Right here, yeah, I guess, yeah. It went up a little bit. Bitcoin only probably went up about, if you bought that week. Okay. Bitcoin in those 2 weeks, if you bought, went up like 53%. So I might have been happy with that one after all, but not as much as like the hundreds of percents. But if you would have just held long enough, it still would have been good. Maybe, I guess what really messed everything up as far as this one was COVID. Because we were kind of still going sideways. COVID hit, then boom, and then all of a sudden we rallied off there. But I think the opportunity is there. I think actually before COVID, we might have actually started to rally above this Fibonacci level and actually started popping up. Well, let me see this actually here. If this was the bottom, and we fell down there, we would have tapped. We might have come down a little bit more, but then we might have started the process back up here. Yeah, I think COVID really messed up Bitcoin history. I think that rally might have actually happened a lot sooner if COVID wasn't there. But, stuff happens. Life happens. 4-hour chart right here. And did Ethereum break down yet? Nope. Ethereum's still above support, so wait on that one. Close, but hasn't broken down yet. There we are. Okay. Hey, Ken. We're just talking about the same stuff as always for the most part. Talking about the breakdown, we've officially closed down below the 100 weekly moving average, so I'm starting to buy more crypto now, even if it's just a little bit more than I've already been buying. And then on top of that, Ethereum hasn't broken down yet. That's one thing. I've been answering a lot of questions so far today. Anything else? Oh, a lot of altcoins are at support levels, and Bitcoin is still very bearish. So, the same old stuff we've been talking about for a while here. But if you have any questions, let me know. We've been talking about a few coins so far. Robinhood a little bit, Starship Troopers, real estate, Nicaragua, Puerto Rico, a lot, a lot of stuff here. Scalping. Hey, pretty fun day. Hey, Michael. Yeah, who knows what price would be if COVID never happened? Oh yeah, what do you call it? The price target would have been totally different. Would have been much different. But I think COVID gave a buying opportunity to a lot of people that hadn't been able to buy into crypto, because they missed off on that last rally. And I think right now, well, actually, so if we're going to be honest, if Bitcoin capitulates and let's say we go down to 30,000, or maybe we just go down to 25,000, 26,000, or even 20,000, there's still going to be a lot of people that refuse to buy at those levels because they're going to be too scared, right? And it's going to be funny to watch those people down the road because as a channel, you guys know I stream like 5 or 6 times a week. Well, as a channel, we're gonna be back here. I'm gonna be streaming for months and years to come, and we're gonna look back at this day, or looking back at that moment of time where we capitulated, and there's gonna be time when Bitcoin reaches $100,000 and we have thousands of people watching the stream like we do with Dogecoin. At the height of the stream, we had like 15,000 people watching. Remember, when all those people flock back because they want to buy in and figure out the best price to buy in, we're gonna be like, well, where were you when Bitcoin capitulated? Now we're screaming buy, buy, buy. Like when Bitcoin capitulates, the day Bitcoin capitulates, I will have a thumbnail and a title that says buy, buy, buy. I'm buying everything, right? Like Bitcoin capitulation is here. I'm buying it all. Some really ludicrous statement like that, but just letting you guys know I'm buying. But it's that type of stuff that people that are going to be coming back, like when Bitcoin's at $100,000. Oh, is this the good dip to buy? I'm going to be like, where were you when we capitulated, dude? Where were you, right? I couldn't do that back in 2021 last year because I just started the channel in 2021. But now that we can go through a capitulation cycle together, I can be like, okay, well, I talked to you guys through this stuff for a few months, and I was like, this is what happens during a capitulation. These are the signs you're looking for as far as volume. Death cross is breaking down below the 20-month moving average and everything like that. I walked you through everything you need to do. We all kind of buy. We all kind of put in as much money as we can afford to lose. We kind of all have our different risk levels. So some of you guys may be investing 10,000 versus 50,000 versus 100,000. I know a couple people in this stream that have over $100,000 invested in crypto, right? And they come to me and they ask me some like more general, broad questions about when do I want to buy and stuff like that. And it's a whole different mentality, I guess. When you have more money, you're just like, okay, well, I'll buy and let it sit because you can wait for your money. You can let your money just sit there and just wait. But if somebody is kind of like a 9 to 5 job, or not 9 to 5 job, but they have they're living paycheck to paycheck or something like that. Oh, there's a little bit of a dip. Maybe then they're investing too much money than the risk would allow, and so they need to slow down the buying. But then they feel really bad because they're not going to make as much money down the road, right? But the worst thing you can do is buy too much, have to sell early at a loss, and then that's even worse than just buying less at that key moment in time, right? So take it easy. There's never any rush to buying. Once we're below, that's what I told you guys today. We're below the 100 weekly moving average. I am starting to buy more heavily now. Now, am I buying crazy heavy? No, but I'm still buying up more than I was yesterday when we were still above it. So, everybody has their limits. Man, we're breaking on the 4-hour chart here. I don't know if you guys can see this. We had like this little bit of a squeeze where we had a higher lows, but also lower highs. We're finally we're trying to break that pattern. We're trying to break that pattern. What is that number actually here? Oh, never mind. We just broke below it. I was going to try to draw a line to see if we would have some support there. We stopped for a second, then we just kind of kept teetering down. Probably best to do in 1 hour on this one, isn't it? Oh, we're riding the 20 moving average in the 1 hour perfectly. That's actually a nice little ride right there. Oh, that's why there was so much action over the last few minutes on that other chart that we were looking at. Somebody was trying to break out above that. Well, here's a little bit of a ride. Now Bitcoin's down 172. Not really much down for the day, but as we were talking, somebody mentioned the Bollinger Bands were starting to squeeze here. The moving averages were all coming together. We talk about that with the team every now and again. We were due for a move. Now you can see the move. Here, we can even put this on the second chart now. Keep it in perspective. Look how drastic that's been right there. Ooh, somebody's really trying to do a little action on us right now. Everybody's partying, so nobody gets to watch Bitcoin go down, right? Hey, baby fish, happy to see you. I noticed you messaged before. I forgot to say hi. I'm afraid to buy anything. Everything I bought is 50% down now. Well, you could always hold on for the long term for those trades if you wanted to. When I have those, well, what I did when I first lost a bunch of money in the crypto markets is I didn't understand what was going on. What I did is I just held on to those assets because I didn't really need them, and I didn't need the money anytime soon. And I just kind of opened up a new exchange. Forgot about those holdings. And I just kind of moved into like a long term thought process in the back of my head, and then from there, I just started. I did a little bit of a reset, if you will, and then I did paper trading and stuff like that. But everybody has their own way of kind of coping with being down because everybody has that bad trade. I think it's something that binds all investors together. Like all investors that make it to the full time, we all have our story about how we lost a bunch of money our first time, right? My first time was options, and then oh no, penny stocks, then options, and then I finally became good enough at it. But that took like over like 2 years, right? So it takes a minute. Definitely takes a minute. But if you don't need the money right now, you can just let it sit. I know it's going to be a pain. I know you're going to regret buying at that time you did for the long term and not having a stop loss or something like that. But wait for the next batch of all time highs. You'll be like, okay, it was worth waiting for it, right? Even if you don't buy anymore, you can still say, hey, I still made money. I just had to hold a long time to do it. And hey, Bivish, I'm waiting for a dip. It looks boogie, dude. This whole market is pretty choppy right now. I don't like it. I want it to do something really fast and like hard, but we're just taking these small moves right now. Small moves that they matter, I guess you could say. I think everybody's adjusting to us breaking down below the 100, and I think people are well. Yeah, I mean, it's Friday. There's no more market for tomorrow, Sunday. Everybody's kind of like, okay, what's Bitcoin gonna do when there's no market to follow along? Bro, what are you doing? We'll go play outside in a little bit. It's been pouring outside of rain for the last few days out here in Washington, so Loki has not been able to go to the park, and he has not been happy with this. And they are still bringing us down here a little bit. Somebody, well, here actually, while we're kind of watching this very fast, Twitter, dude, let me hit my mouse. He knows where to put his nose, so I can't put my hand on my mouse. Um, this guy just said Bitcoin was very bullish. I I I need to find these people. Like I need to figure out why these people are so bullish. Um, Probably nothing. Oh, a whole bunch of money is being moved onto the exchanges. Yeah. Um, where's that? Where's whale? Where's the whale? Where's the whale? Where's the whale? Okay, I need to take pictures like this. I need to take some inspirational photos for you guys. I live by a beach. Okay, here we go. Last 24 hours, shorts liquidated 23, longs 48. Let's go back over here. Nothing. What? Is his algo down? It has not been 7 hours since we've had our last short. I am watching us getting shorted at this very moment in time. Maybe Will Alert has something going on. 2 hours ago, dude, there's a lot of money flowing into to exchanges right now. 700 Bitcoin transferred to crypto.com. Tron moving to another wallet. Oh, geez, there's a lot of money moving around right now. Whoosh. Yep. At least we have some. At least we have some type of volatility. I can't stand when the market's choppy. It's just so boring. Hey, babyfish, very bullish. Oh yeah. Oh, Ethereum is starting to break down here. I have it on a little watch list. Right? Oh, we're tapping on the trend line here. We're tapping on it barely, barely. Well, if you wanted to long Ethereum, that was your opportunity. I don't know if we're gonna hold, but there's the opportunity. Dude, here. I'm gonna give you the best scratch of your life. Then you gotta go sit down. I don't have your treats. Your treats are on your kennel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta not be so jealous. Yeah, can't be so jealous. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so you probably saw some people take longs on Ethereum right there, right off of support, right off of support. And for all I know, this line isn't very precise. Maybe the line is like literally like right there. You never know because I'm not doing the minute charts or something. Yes. Yeah. Okay. You're having way too much fun. He doesn't know what discipline is. He just knows he listens to commands, but when it's playtime, he's like, it's playtime. Yeah. Hey, eh, 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 eh. There you go. Go back to Bitcoin here. We can leave Ethereum on the left side of the screen. I mean, it's going to look pretty similar to everything else we're watching. If we can see if Ethereum breaks down from here. If it goes up too high, we'll just move back over to Bitcoin, though, because I'm only watching that line here. Pretty interesting, though. And maybe for someone else, that's most likely if we're not seeing any shorts attacking us right now. Yeah, probably somebody's just dumping some Bitcoin off here. Well, one thing we can look at here. Bitcoin wallets. Okay, well, that's not going to be it. Let me just find it over here. Oh. There you go. Okay. We haven't looked at Bitcoin whale number 3, but I don't know if he's already done anything because I thought he bought actually. Yeah, he bought Bitcoin today. He bought 1,000 today. He bought 1,000 on the second too before we fell down. The second was right here, pumped up just a little bit on that breakout that we saw, and then we got. I think he got faked out. This guy has a better history selling at the good times, not buying at the good times. But yeah, he bought at 427, 425. Yeah, he has a much better history of selling before a dump rather than buying a pump. But yeah, he bought some today. Bought some. Doesn't look like it's helping him out that much, but this guy's really more in it for accumulating larger positions of Bitcoin. All that guy's trying to do is grow his Bitcoin fortune, if you will. Hey, Bideford, happy to see you. Mike, do you think there's an incentive for the billionaire that owns Twitter to throttle whale trades? Probably not. I mean, there could be an incentive maybe, but I don't think they're doing it, if that makes sense. Twitter, I think the real threat from Twitter for crypto is when bots are used to kind of sway public opinion, like ever so slowly. A lot of you guys may have seen this. I was joking about this all over TikTok the other day. I didn't make a video about it, but I was just leaving comments. You guys know that there's a big court battle right now between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, right? Well, Amber Heard fired her PR term because she's just getting roasted alive by the whole freaking world for lying and all the other stuff for the videos and whatnot. And she's already been caught lying a bunch of times in her testimony so far this week. But she got a new PR team. As soon as she got a new PR team, you saw a whole bunch of hashtag I stand with Amber Heard. New accounts pop on this month. New accounts this month. All saying, I stand with Amber Heard. Johnny Depp abused her. I can't believe all these people are standing up for her, right? And then when you try to when you try to comment down on the post, they blocked all comments. So it's just what they say, but nobody can respond to them. There are people that stand with Amber Heard, but it's the craziest thing, and that's where I think the real threat to crypto and just finance comes, because if they start saying, whoa, the market's crashing, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, you will see people really freak out, but we haven't had that happen. When it happens with Bitcoin, it's pretty organic, if you ask me. Maybe there might be an extra factor to it, but for the most part, it's most times it's just organic as far as everything else is concerned. Trump rally, the Newsmax, Dr. Biden, FLOTUS. I don't really care about any of those things. Like a thrust on rocket. Can I find? Okay, hold on. I stand with Amber. Okay, so now that's not what I'm looking for. Hallucinations are nations. What the heck? I stand with Amber Heard. Let's see. No, that's not it. Okay, see, a lot of people are using it to make jokes, and that's why it's so hard. No, I'm not gonna find one here. Okay, I didn't realize people took it as a joke. Okay, never mind. I was when it first started, there was a whole bunch of people making fun of it because we all noticed there were bots kind of popping up. Now it seems like it's been taken over by the Johnny crowd, and they're just making fun of it even more. So okay, I'm not gonna go through all this, but man, these memes are just the memes are something else. They really are something else. The memes, I haven't laughed at a couple of memes in a while, and these Amber Heard memes are just they're fun to listen to. Oh, and we came down a little bit for as far as Ethereum. Okay. All right. Hey Shudo, what's up with Tron? It's getting a little bit of a boost. I don't know if it was news or something, but it has been getting a boost over here in the last few days. I want to say days. We can go the last 24 hours. There it is. Up 9% so far today. Market cap up a little bit more. I don't know what the actual news is on Tron, but I can look it up here. We're still waiting for Bitcoin to make it a little bit more of a downward move, but let me just open up a new chart here. Load chart layout, DXY. Loki, I hear him eating something, and I don't know if I actually gave him anything to eat, and his food bowl's in here. Were you eating something you're not supposed to be eating? I heard smacking. No? Okay. Oh. But if I just open up this one to the full screen here, and we go off of they just have basics there. Okay, then it'll work out a little bit more. What are we looking at here? Day to day. Is this running into a trend line anytime soon? Fine, we'll just go weekly. There we go. Well, that's the breakout. That's the breakout we just had. That's why. A technical breakout. That's one right there. So that's why we broke out, though. That's why the move is happening. I don't know if it was caused by news or something else. But let me go back over here. Oh my god, this magnet's going to kill me. Yeah, not on the weekly chart. It was definitely a false breakout. Let's see. Ah, but if you go to the daily chart, we're actually at resistance right now. Okay, so kind of a hiccup here. You're probably going to see a lot. That's why you saw so many people selling right here because we hit that major level of resistance for Tron. This is a hard one because, if I go over here to the 15-minute chart, squeeze it down a little bit, you'll see the massive sell off that happened when we attacked it. We're trying to attack it now. If we can stay above this trend line right here, I'd be happy. We might have to have a longer cooldown though for this. No, do we stay above this one? There we go. If we break down below this one before breaking up out of this one, Tron might come all the way back down here to like 8 cents, and that's not too much lower than what it is now. But if you look at it from a percentage side, that's still about another 7% drop, perhaps. It's really up to you if you think we're really gonna break out above this level and then make a move, or if you're trying to short it down and say, hey, maybe we're gonna have a gigantic double top here, maybe an hour chart would look better for the double top. Top, break down below the neckline, then you fall back down here to like 0.06 or 6 cents or so. But yeah, this is still a good time to buy it if you want to kind of ride it back up here to probably a little bit more. I don't know how much money that would really nut you. 3%, okay, probably not for that amount of money. But it's at a point where it has to make a decision for the next few hours here, so that'd be kind of nice to see. This is a 1 hour chart. Maybe has a 3 more hours until it really needs to make a choice. Otherwise, if it stays sideways, then that won't be too good. But is Bitcoin hurting this thing? Bitcoin, what is Bitcoin 5? Yeah, not a lot. Not, I mean, okay, a little bit there. That was going down there a little bit, but a little bit up. I mean, Oh, yeah, Bitcoin kind of came up a little bit as well. So yeah, Bitcoin's hurting a little bit, but not too much. This is just kind of in a pattern where it's waiting to break out here. Careful with this one. It is at that major level of resistance. It broke out on the weekly chart. You can see how much difference the weekly chart versus the daily chart makes for technicals here. But you'd probably be looking for a nice surge in volume. You had a nice one right here. That was a good sign. That was a good time to buy. You buy right there. Look at keep on going up. You have a nice time right there. It kept on going up. Right here, that was a selling actually, but yeah, maybe the 15 will probably be a little more illuminating. Big pop right there. It came back down. Yeah. I don't know which way this one's going to go here, but if you wanted to have a price target for it, ooh, I don't even know which one would be probably best for this one. Worked right here. Oh, we hit one. That's the price target as well. So I mean, we already hit it. If we break out, maybe we can get up to 1.61, I guess. But that's the price target right there. I mean, that's it. It's stopping right there. So if you would have made that trade down here at the lows, or once we got above, yeah, it would have been the selling time right there. So that's kind of a hard one to say. If we can manage to break out above it, it does have a good breakout in turn. It could definitely go up another like 40, another 20% or so, 30% maybe. Actually, what is that level actually? 20%, yeah, 20%. That might be kind of cool. But right now, it's smack dab at multiple levels of resistance, not just trend line and normal resistance levels, but also adding on the Fibonacci levels of resistance as well. Maybe if I can find something like over here, maybe there's which is the best Fibonacci retracement? Maybe right there. Did that work on the way down at all? No, it did not. Did that work on the way down at all? A little bit, a little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit. Yeah, work there a little bit. Maybe back up here to 10 cents, kind of matching up again with the other one. Didn't I just have that one there? Oh, actually, let me just make my life a lot easier. This one's white. Yeah, this one's up 0.1039, so a little bit below 10.5 cents is what you might be looking for right there. But yeah, pretty good one. But I mean, it's reached that golden price target, if you will. It's reached that golden price target. Let me go over here very fast. Uh, I'll be right back. I heard a door ring on my I heard my front door ring at like 8:46 at night, so I better go check to see what the heck that is before Loki starts biting and barking and stuff like that. So give me just 1 second, guys, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'll be right back. Let me see if I can find some. Well, I'm not gonna worry about music. You guys can hold up for just 10 seconds. Be right back. All right, that was fast. Somebody was dropping off some groceries, so I got to put those away in a little bit later, but that's fine. Um, okay, there we go. Hey, Babyfish, I would short it. I think a lot of people would be shorting Tron right now. I had a nice run. I had a really nice run. What was it? The last 24 hours. It's up 34% in the last 7 days. In the last 7 days, it's the highest returning one right here. And you can even see on the 7 day chart, you see it's at that same level of resistance where it looks like it wants to make a double top. I'm not going to short because I have no way which way it's going to go. But the prevailing winds seem to be that it reached that major level of resistance, and now it's kind of having some trouble getting above it. But that worked out perfectly if you were longing it at the appropriate times. That worked out really well for those Tron buyers. I kind of sat mad I missed that, but Tron isn't something I normally do leverage trading on. So, hey Kilo, Loki needs some more cam time. Trust me. What do you call? You have a dog named Loki. Hey, think the king love. Yeah, he's 9 months old right now. He comes on the camera every now and again. Loki, Loki. Here, I'll come over. Come on. No, come on. No, don't be lazy. No, he's trying to just lay on my lap and not be in front of the camera. Look, there you go. You can see him. He's a little bitey lately because he's teething again, but he's a nice little guard dog. He's gonna have a little litter of his own, but he doesn't bite hard, so he kind of like just gnaws on you. But if you say no, no, he he stops really fast until you start laughing and playing with him again. What? Hey. No, no, no. He doesn't like it when I play tricks on him. But he's like super playful right now because he hasn't been able to go to the park in a couple days. So I feel bad for him because I play with him outside all the time. But running in the backyard is fun. But like wrestling with another dog is where he gets so exhausted you think he's just gonna pass out in the car and he just like sleeps the entire way home. That's how he likes to play. But because it's been raining and he likes to find mud puddles and get dirty, he doesn't get to go to the park when he's raining all too much. No, I don't have a treat for you. I'm sorry. No, sit. His tail's making a good beat as it hits the wall. Yeah, I gotta go back to work. No, go play. Go play. No, he just wants to play now. But yeah, I got a dog named Loki. He's a pretty chill guy. He is a white German Shepherd. Oh, hey, Goal. Yeah, white German Shepherd. But if you guys have any other questions about any other coins, let me know, guys. It's a pretty chill night. Got about 10 minutes left. Hey. Relax. 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 He's in full play mode now. He needs a rope or something. I don't have anything for him. I have this. There you go. All right. There we go. Raining buckets stay around here. Oh yeah, it's been raining a lot. It's been raining a lot. But whenever it's over, it should be fine. I'm just hoping it ends up fixing itself pretty soon. What was I just on here? I was on this one. No, that one's not even the right line. There we go. 5 minute. We had a little bit of a drop. We cooled off. That's kind of nice to see. That's what I was wondering. I was looking for shorts, but no shorts were here. Maybe if we update it again. Justin, U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren says investing in cryptocurrencies is risky and a gamble. Have you seen how much the stock market's been down this week? What else are we looking for here? I'm going to find that again. Nope, still nothing. Yeah, it just seems like some people are selling off some crypto right now, just selling it off. Nobody's really heavily shorting. Just a nice organic sell off here. But again, we're still just putting in these lower lows. That's what's happening right now. If we can break that cycle, that'd be something good. We would want to actually, if you want to get bullish or be buying more Bitcoin for a short-term play, you'd be your goal is for us to get back above this high right here. We have lower highs to get back above 36,428. Maybe do something like, curl back up, tap it, then you might want to buy here, or maybe you want to buy here. Either one will be fine, but a lot of times people freak out if we bounce, then we come back down, if you will. Happens way more than you guys think. There we go. But right now, we keep on having these little drops. I mean, here, let me put this out in the full chart. Drops come back up, little drop come back up, little drop come back up, drop come back up, drop come back up a little bit, drop come back up. And then we actually went choppy here for a little bit, and we broke down below this minor level of support right there, right? Broke down below it. So next time we come down here, it's going to be hard, of course, harder to stay above it. But we still have a bunch of little levels of support around here, like right around there. We got this support level. Then we also ultimately got the Fibonacci level down here at 35,345. That might be the support for today. We're not too far off from that one. What is he chewing on? I don't know. It's fine. There we go. There you go. And you also see some people trying to long it up here a little bit. Hey, the king. German Shepherds are super playful when you get their attention. Oh my gosh, super playful. He has so much energy. Hey, Lagrasso. Mind looking at Luna Mike? Could go back down to make a macro lower high. Lower high. Luna. Oh, Luna. Yeah. Actually, I don't even need to switch up here. It's over here on the right hand side, somewhere. There we go. Why does this seem a little bit more cluttered than normal? I guess it's not. It's just yeah, the patterns here. Okay. Um, does this line really need to be here? Probably not. Yeah, we keep that same way there. It's almost kind of so we had that breakout with Bitcoin as well. That was a fake out when we tapped on the 200 daily moving average, but we have that same general vibe here, right? Upward channel, a flag, whatever you want to call it. Except for Luna's flag would suggest it wants to break out, even though Bitcoin's a bearish, which means it's mostly going to come down, of course. But that's why sometimes it sucks that everything's correlated with Bitcoin. But right now it's coming down here a little bit. It looks like it'll come into contact with the 200 daily moving average. 200 daily moving average. For what I see, the last time we actually touched on it, we didn't have a big move either way, up or down. Kind of went a little choppy, but not really crazy there. Sometimes when you break down, it's longer candles, but not. I mean, yeah, okay, yeah. I guess when you break out about normally, it's actually longer candles. Normally it is okay. But this doesn't have every single time we break down or break out above moving average. It doesn't have. It's not as accurate, I guess, is what we might see with Bitcoin. If you get what I'm saying, we might have an opportunity to tap on it around 75, 70. Actually, what is it? 71.50, maybe 72, $73 over the next few days, and that might be a good opportunity to buy if you want to have a little bit more of a reversal. Right now, what I'm looking at as far as Luna is concerned is there we go. We never closed above it. Yeah, resistance. If you want to buy Luna for a breakout, I'd be looking to buy above this trend line right here when we break out. Then that might give an opportunity for it to have a golden cross to swing back up above the 50. But I think for that to happen, it would probably have to happen sometime next week. That way we have a few days of coming back down, a few more days for the 50 to kind of come back down as well, enough time for the 20 to come back down just to kind of ricochet. So whenever we do break out above it, those few days where we're above it will give it enough strength to get back above the 50, if that makes sense. Last time we had a golden cross, we had a decent move up. Not really a crazy one because the crazy move happened before that. Probably happened actually here on the DEMA. No, I'm not going to go over and look at the DEMA, but what do you call because what's happening right now is not what I'm looking for, not the ray, but I just want the horizontal. Support. We're at support, right? So if we're looking at this, we have a descending triangle, which in a reversal pattern will continue it. Breaking down, yeah. This was, yeah, you could buy this if you wanted to. This is a support. If we break down below this, I think we'd be more likely heading back down towards the mid 60s or so for like a $10 loss on this. So that might lead about $10 loss, like another 13% down, which would symbolize, I think, a big Bitcoin shift down. Just not specifically Luna, but Luna's been doing its own thing for a little bit here, just because it's been so nice compared to all the other altcoins, right? But if I were to narrow this down, we don't need this breakdown point anymore. We already shorted from down there. We don't need this top one up here. We're not even close to that one for now. Okay. Let me just add one Fibonacci retracement level right here. Did that work out for anything? What if I did it right here at the start of the trend? It works a little bit right there, but I don't think it worked a little bit right there. Yeah, I don't know if I like any of these Fibonacci levels. Did it work better over here? No, it didn't work over there as well. Wow, really? Did that work at all? Stop. Maybe a little bit stop over here. Yeah, okay, maybe this is it. Stop right there. Okay. There's not really a good Fibonacci level right now, but that next level is going to be right back here to the old support that we just talked about $70. So maybe that's going to be a good time to buy, and that's bouncing off of the 200 right here. From there, it might swing back, but be careful. That day that it does come back down here, it's either going to barely hold or it's just going to completely crash right through it and have one of these longer red candles, which comes with usually breaking down below a moving average. Although the last time we broke down below it, nothing really bad happened. Let's go back in time a little bit. Yeah, see when he broke down over here, it was much more drastic. Breaking out above it was much more drastic. So drastic. okay, small right here. So yeah, it's going to be a mixed bag there. It's going to be a mixed bag. So I'm not going to say it with confidence that it's going to be a long candle, but more often than not, I guess you would say it might be a really bad red candle. So just you'll notice the price action before you buy it, as well as what's going on with Bitcoin right now as well. But yeah, it definitely looks like it's continuing to come back down, and it's just now breaking down below that support level. So careful with it. It's been gently gliding down here. Just this is a minute chart, so it actually just happened as we were talking. There was the 5, right? So just pump down it right there. You can see the increase in volume probably. Yeah, there you go. And it's not looking so hot at this moment in time. So be careful with it. Be careful with it. And here you can check it on the 4-hour chart very fast. Now below it, hopefully we can bounce back up. We have a little bit of time left. Maybe I can adjust this just ever so slightly to match this one instead of looking at the other one that we just had. And maybe, just maybe, we're still above it. Nope, we're still below it. But now that level of resistance seems a little bit more clear there. Let's go to the 1 minute. Pop, pop. Yeah, we can still get above this actually, but it's just going to be a little bit tricky. But if there's volume there, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, but careful with Luna. Careful with Luna. It is breaking down right now out of its major support level here as well. So kind of see that in real time. Oh, and you see Bitcoin came up a little bit. Another little mini sell. That's what triggered this one right here, guys. Yeah. So somebody's just flat out selling Bitcoin on the open market. I guess it's easier to sell than short. You don't have to worry about losing money if you short or if you just sell. Let's see. I think you have more risk just having your money in the bank. Hey, the king. In some circumstances, yeah, you do have a lot more risk if you have your money in the bank. But it depends on what you're going to be using your money for right now, right? So if you think about it, if you had your money in the bank since November and you sold off a lot of your assets at the all-time highs, well, your money's been a lot safer in the bank than it has been in Bitcoin. It's all about perspective. People say don't leave your money in the bank. I don't have money in the bank. I have money in the bank, but I have a lot of my money in USTD, Tether. I know inflation's hitting it. I know, but I think Bitcoin's going to go down more than inflation's going to go up. So for that, I'm just waiting to find that juicy, sweet place I can buy all my crypto at. And then from there, I just kind of have it in there and I'm waiting it out. And then by the time Bitcoin has the next big rally here, then you know what? The dollar, inflation may come down, but man, I think there's going to be some long-term inflation kind of in our market, and I don't think there's going to be a lot of people that like to that are going to lower the prices back down. Remember, in America, I guess I haven't had McDonald's in like a year now, but we used to have a dollar menu out here in America. I can't remember. Maybe it's just a Seattle thing, a Tacoma thing, or Washington State. I can't remember the last time I saw something on the menu for $1. Can't remember it. And now I don't even think I can remember seeing anything for like $2 or something like that. I don't know. There's going to be some long-term effects of inflation, and I know Bitcoin in the long run is definitely going to outpace definitely the thing to hold here. And man, yeah, Luna is taking a little bit of a hit right now. Wow, yeah. It's because we're breaking down below that support level here. But yeah, careful with Luna, guys. And hey, Rob. LaGrasso probably answered your question. Does the basic or cheapest version of TradingView have the moving average lines? Yes, but I think you only get to have the moving averages plus volume, and I think that's all you're allowed to have on your chart. I have a link down below for TradingView. I would probably say get the free version first, and if you like the style and you kind of understand the basics of it, then you could try to Loki. No, he's picking up his bed to hump it. But what do you call I would say just the pro plan is going to be good enough for a majority of you guys. If you guys have been making some profits and you feel like you have enough money to kind of buy something extra, definitely go with the Pro Plus. But you won't need the Pro Plus starting off with. You're either going to go with the basic, the free version, or the basic, which is the free, I think, or you're just going to go with the Pro plan. We talked about this a little bit yesterday. So I got the premium here, so that's why it says extend and downgrade for these ones. But if you just scroll down, you can see the differences. So basic, you don't get ad free. So once you pay, you don't have to watch ads, which is kind of nice. But basic, you do have to watch ads. I can't remember the last time I saw ads on Trading because I've had premium for so long. But one charts per tab, 1, 2, 4, 8. number of saved chart layouts 1, 5, 10, infinity. Chart layouts are these things where I can like you can have up to 8 different things. For me, since I do premium, I can have 8 different things here, right? I don't even use all of them. But what I can do is I can open up other chart layouts so I can have multiple things of 8, as many as I want to, so I can look at as much stuff as I want to. I can have 8 charts dedicated to just Bitcoin, 8 charts dedicated to just Ethereum, and whenever I want to, I can just open them up. Now, I wouldn't really be using them on this monitor here, but I have, so this is like a normal rectangular monitor. I have another monitor over here, another monitor next to it that's like, you guys can't see, but like that wide, and it's curved, so like, I'm not good at mirrors. So like nice and wide, right? So that would fit on a monitor like that. But if you guys are just having a one monitor type of thing, you guys would be fine with just 2 or 4 on your screen. You really don't need more than that. And you guys are going to be spending most of your time, if you're new to trading anyway, just paper trading and trying to trade one specific stock or one specific currency. When you're learning to trade, you don't want to be learning to trade everything. You want to learn how to trade Bitcoin. You want to learn how to trade Ethereum. You want to learn how to trade Facebook, Apple, Amazon, whatever. You want to find something to trade and you want to become good at it. Then you add it onto your watch list and you find something else and then you kind of add it in more until you find about 20 things in total. So for me, I have maybe about 15 cryptocurrency coins I probably trade on average. There's like a core 5 I trade most of all, maybe a core 3 actually. And then for stock market, I have 20 that I trade whenever I feel like it. Whenever they're breaking out, I will trade those 20. So stocks are a lot easier when it comes to that type of planning, but crypto is good too. But yeah, Luna broke down and it's not having a good time. You're probably going to see people short the crap out of this here unless Bitcoin can have some type of little bit of reversal. But Luna's overbought compared to everything else in the market because it's been having so much good news. People are still buying it, holding it. But what did I tell you guys the other day? I mean, I have a short in Luna. I told you guys that a few days ago, actually. But I told you guys that Luna hasn't come down as much of a whole bunch of other coins. So it's going to be coming down at a faster pace whenever Bitcoin really does start its descent. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just kind of, okay, well, that means Luna might have to have a little more bad days than Bitcoin coming forward. But I'm overall, I'm not too concerned about it. I opened up my short a few days ago now. And I've been happy with it, I guess, so far. I've been anticipating this type of move. Hey Max, the only thing that's $1 at McDonald's is the soda now. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even know that. So the soda is still $1. That's good to know. I don't even drink soda that much anymore. I have what I drink for soda is I have a soda stream. You can like push a little button, the air, the carbonation goes into it, and I just put some lemon juice in it and a few berries, and it's like a really nice little drink. The diet life. But what do you call it? Yeah, I'm glad to see McDonald's has something like that on there. And you see Bitcoin coming down here a little bit as well now. Let me open this back up here though. And, actually now you're starting to see altcoins dip a little bit more. ApeCoin is down 6% in the last 4 hours. Gala's down 3, XLM's down 2, Engine's down 2, Dogecoin is down. Oh, Dogecoin is actually unch 000. Matic's down 2, ADA is down 1. Dogecoin is holding up very well compared to everything else. I think that's because Dogecoin fell down so much compared to everything else over the last few months that people feel like, okay, there's not as many weak hands in Dogecoin anymore. They've already been shaken out from the move from 75 cents to 12 cents now. They've all been shaken out for the most part. $5 foot long combo menu. I can't even remember the last time we had a $5 foot long. Can't even remember the last time I saw that in the menu. I think they have it though. I think they still have it, except for it's like $5.45 here, or some say Subways have it for $6. Hey, buddies. I haven't been able to any restaurants in 2 years. I ordered delivery from them all the time, but the prices are jacked up in the delivery apps. Oh, they are monsterly jacked up in those things. Yeah. I went to my first restaurant in a while to take my mom out to her birthday. That was for that place, Umi Sake House. I normally don't go out to eat that much anymore. Back last year, actually, when COVID was happening, COVID opened up. Me and my friend wanted to support a whole bunch of small businesses, so we just went out to eat at the waterfront every single day and just gave her like $20 tips to all the staff after we were done eating. Oh, there Luna goes. Luna, no. Yeah. Well, Luna, yay for me for my profits, but still, You can see with how fast this thing is moving. I should actually zoom in for you guys on some of these. I know you guys are probably watching on phones, or some of you guys are watching on computers, but there is some action going over here with Luna with some volatility, which is always kind of fun to watch. Look at that. Doosh. A little bit of a holding pattern now, but man, yeah. Nobody likes the fact that Luna just broke down, and I cannot blame them. I really can't blame them. Let's see if Bitcoin does anything here. Because if Bitcoin can hold on a little bit longer, maybe we can have a lower highs or higher lows type of situation. Maybe. But I mean, it's going to be hard to go against that grain of falling down here, this kind of tipping point, if you will. Can we hold on the second chart? If we break down below this, I'll just go back to the minute chart here. I just want to see if we can hold here. Maybe. Let's see. $42 pizza delivered, an excellent pizza, but yikes, oosh. The only pizza that I order is Papa Murphy's pizza. You can usually get like one pizza or two. I usually get two pizzas at a time because I like to save the second one for a while. There's like a vegetarian pizza that's really good. It's called like the gourmet vegetarian, and they have like a meat. I Hawaiian, half pepperoni. I like pineapple. I know, but what do you call? I like to order from on the Papa Murphy's app because you can always go online on your phone and say Papa Murphy's coupon code, and then you can copy and paste a bunch from. You got to test out a few from a website. But then I always find a way to get 25% off of my order, and then I just go to the drive-thru, pick it up. They give Loki a piece of Canadian bacon after I pick it up, and he's like, "Ooh, yeah." And then and then I just take it home. I put one in the fridge or freezer, depending on how long I'm gonna wait to eat it, and then I just put the other one in the oven, and I'll well, normally, and since my mom's living with me now because she's out of the hospital. Normally what I do is I like save half for myself so I could eat like half of it over like a 2-day period of time, and the other half I would just drive it over so my mom and sister can have the other half. But it's a cheap and efficient way to get pizza. Mostly because I feel like other people I would rather have a cold pizza heated up to however I like to heat it up, and not really rely on Papa John's, Pizza Hut, Round Table still out here, Pizza Time is still out here, Godfather's Pizza still over here. Domino's, Pizza Hut. I think those are the chains. Little Caesars. I don't know if Little Caesars deliver maybe through the app or something, but yeah, what do you call it? It can be totally different. But I save so much money whenever I do buy pizza. I go through Papa Murphy's. The savings are just crazy with the apps and stuff like that. We're just searching for all the little coupon codes. Makes a big difference. Huge difference. I should make a YouTube video for you guys. How to save money to buy Bitcoin using Papa Murphy's promo codes. Luna is leading the way to the tank. I mean, it looks like people are shorting this a little bit more right now. And Bitcoin's coming down here a little bit as well. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to make the move. I mean, yeah, Luna is leading the way right now. Ooh, there we go. Okay, we got like 2 minutes and 42 seconds. We're still holding this level right here, or if we go to the 15-minute chart, where you still have 2 minutes 37 seconds here. So they need to push this down pretty fast if they want to stop this from being higher lows, which we just talked about a couple seconds ago. They need to stop us. I mean, at this point, can they really though? We're still that close. Hey, Bryce, I ate at fast food place. Oh, Carl's Jr. Oh, I haven't been to a Carl's Jr. in a long time. We just don't have many out here. I think we have no. I think we do have a Carl's Jr. I don't go to it. It's by my chiropractor, and my car wash. I don't know if I have not been inside of a fast food lobby in a long time. Best pizza margarita in my states. Ooh, I usually get pizza from a place called Uncle Tony's. That'd be pretty nice. Back when I was living downtown, there was a place in downtown Tacoma called Salamone's, and I used to go to him because you guys know I went to private school on a scholarship growing up. Well, his kids go to the same private school family as I did, although he can afford to send his kids there. So I go shop there to kind of support the community from my middle and high school. So it's kind of nice to go see him. But Bellagio's dang good pizza. Ooh. And hey, Babyfish, Ethereum broke down. Oh, let's talk about that for a second, and I'll answer your question. Yep, Ethereum broke down as well. Maybe it really was just a little bit lower. No, I did move it down lower, didn't I? Wait, this is a 1 minute chart. No, it's still, yeah, we saw the cracks, yeah. Ethereum is breaking down as well, so that kind of leads the way, guys. Ethereum's down 1%, Bitcoin's only down 0.65. Yeah. Well, we knew this was going on here. I know we knew this was coming. Unfortunately, one. There we go. Back to the 1 minute. Luna needs to calm down a little bit, though. I would hope so. Bitcoin still holding the higher lows here, barely, barely, but we have a higher low right now. And hey, Robin, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. What do you think should be my target to buy pricing on Doge? For Dogecoin, that's gonna be a little bit tricky because everything else has been coming down pretty handily, but Dogecoin's been kind of resilient because it's come down so much already. So like Luna's down 3.7%, Shiba's down 1.35, but Bitcoin's only down 0.16, not even down a percent. It's down 0.0001. That's how much it's down today, with everything else being down a lot more, of course. But here, let's talk. Oh, Luna. Yeah, geez, Luna. Come on. All right. So if Bitcoin manages to break down from here, which it most likely will over the next few days or maybe a week or two, the next major level of support I see for Dogecoin is going to be right down here at about 10 cents, 10 and a half cents. That's when I would look to buy in for another buy-in opportunity. Maybe a more of a small to medium sized position, nothing to go all in at. And then if Bitcoin does capitulate, I think you'll see Dogecoin come back down to this buying zone down here, which will get the magnet out of here, which will be a little bit of a big buying zone. But I think anywhere from about 4 cents to 7 cents is going to be a good buying zone. I'd be kind of more buying around the 6 cents level. I don't know if we're actually going to reach 4 cents here. I think that's pretty crazy to think that we're going to go down that low. But I would say, 7 to 6 cents is where I'd be looking to buy for a longer term play if Bitcoin capitulates. But until then, I'd be happy to start buying once Dogecoin gets down to 10 cents, 10 and a half cents, if you will. But this zone is only going to happen if Bitcoin really completely capitulates and have a really nasty move to $25,000 or so. If we stay somewhere around like the $30,000 range and capitulate, then from there maybe Dogecoin will only fall back down to about 10 cents or so, which won't be too bad for everybody. It'll be bad, but not nearly as dramatic as everybody's saying it is. Now, where is my Luna? There we are. There we go. Yep. Oh, look at the breakdown starting. Yeah, look at that. Nasty move coming down here. Maybe we can find some support right here, though. Did the Fibonacci's work? I forgot if the Fibonacci's worked for this one. Support. Well, we don't have to worry about it now. Support, support, support. Okay, let's try this one for a little bit. We'll see if the Fibonacci level has any effect on it. Right now, Bitcoin's still kind of going like that. Luna's still coming down though, guys. That's what breaking down below support when without Bitcoin support there though. Remember, it decoupled from Bitcoin a little bit, so when it breaks down hard. You saw the same thing with FTM and you saw the same thing with ICP. They have the totally different type of chart patterns than Bitcoin over the last few months. So when they break down, they break down. Whoosh, Luna, what you doing there, man? But that next level of support seems to be right down here at $72, pretty even. Didn't I have another trend line on here? Oh, but that's at $70. Wow. Okay, I should probably add the other trend line in here as well then, or the other support level. No, we're not even there. It's below the Fibonacci. We don't have to worry about it then. Well, I'm happy I'm in Bitcoin. Luna is down. Well, I'm happy I have a short, I guess, on Luna. Luna's almost down 5% so far. It's down 4.81%. Bitcoin's coming down here as well. Another 5 minutes. What? We're still holding on to that higher lows right here. Maybe that'll give it a little bit of a boost. We still haven't broken down below it. For Bitcoin to get really bearish, or not even really bearish, just to have a more of an aggressive move down, I guess you would say, we first need to break down below this, and then we need sellers to kind of drop another ball on top of it. We can't just have a small bounce below it. You'll see longs come up here and try to push us back up unorganically. But you've already seen it now. You'll see the attempt to push us down. Whether it happens or not, who knows? There you go. Kind of see it on the 1 minute chart here. 9 seconds, it'll happen. It's 9:18. That means it'll be 9.19. Yeah. So if there's a big push, you'll probably see it try to happen within this 1 minute. But we'll have to see. Unless we're going to try to wait for it to happen after the 10-minute mark, which I don't usually see big moves on the 10-minute mark. I guess it'd be a 5-minute mark as well, but not even a 15 or a 30 or none of that. So, all right. Now the glass, I should have taken that short on Luna. F me, guys. Don't worry about chasing it now. I mean, it happened a lot faster than even I thought it was going to. I opened up a short a few days ago just because I thought we were breaking down from Bitcoin. It had nothing to do with the technicals of Luna because right now is when I would have actually taken that short on Luna. If I was trading specifically off of Luna, I just felt well. You guys have, if you guys are surprised that I'm bearish about Bitcoin, I don't know what what to say, right? But it's the same stuff we've been talking about for a while now. But look at, I mean, oh, actually, I don't know. We got 5 seconds left. We held, unless they're going to try to do it at the 10, or I mean, which they can, but I don't, normally it doesn't happen. It's like one of those things you just see, but let's see. A new minute mark, a new 5-minute candle, maybe that'll be the thing, but we would have to pump up ever so slightly up just a little bit, then get knocked down, but we're, what, the 50 on the 1 minute? Not really much there anyway. Yeah. It's kind of just paused. Oh, yeah, you can see somebody's trying to do something. I don't know if it's somebody trying to buy up a whole bunch or if it's somebody trying to sell off. I don't know yet. But pretty soon somebody's going to run out of ammo and you'll see it. So somebody's trying to sell off more here. That's what it looks like. There we go. Yeah. I like watching these little things where nothing's happening for a period of time. So if you go over to the 1 minute, now you can see now we're at that support level. Waiting again. Waiting again. Oh, somebody was able to buy it up a little bit. The fun little stories you guys get to see in the market, they're pretty darn fun. Oh, he got it up a little bit though. And yeah, there. I think that was it. Unless this is it. Was that it? I think that was it. Yeah, that was it right here. Yeah. Sometimes seconds don't seem like that many, but yeah, that's the line we just broke down below right there. That was that low right there. They are really trying to grind this sucker down though. There's some good buying pressure right now. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's nice to see it there. And now we can see we broke down below it on this chart as well. Poor Luna's not even slowing down though. So yeah, we messed up that high, but that should be fine. It doesn't matter too much for us. Hey, baby, if it's short everything, there's a lot of people shorting everything they can right now. Luna just keeps on going down right now. I'm waiting for it to at least tap on the Fibonacci level. It's right down there at $72, but that's still a little bit further away from us right now. We could easily cool off before then. Hey, Monica, what crypto is worth buying at these levels? I'm doing like Matic and the Ethereum Classic at $10 a day on the down days for long term. Anything else? If you want to add some more metaverse coins in there, if you can, you already have BGB. I know that. Um, I've been buying exchange tokens like KuCoin's token, the KGX. I think I know what it is. The Voyager token. I've been buying up some of that. Sorry, it's late. I'm thinking. I told everybody the coins I was buying yesterday. I totally forgot about them. Um, hello. Bloop. Um, Coins under a penny with a market cap of under 500 million that have a utility, that have a good social media base, and that solves some type of problem. Going back to the utility there. Um, while we're kind of watching this little mini of a pop back up here, there's somebody is buying up right here. Um, let's go to page 4. You guys can see that pretty clear, I think. Yeah, it's a little squeezed though for you guys, huh? All right, that's fine. No filters, add filter, market cap under 500 million, price no, anything else here? Yeah, price under penny. Show results. Okay. So I think this brought me back actually to the first page. So Sheeb, yeah. So no, this is not right. Why does it do that? I guess it deleted the market cap thing right there when I put the other one in there. There we go. Apply filter. Show results. Okay. Okay. So stuff like this. Doge on Mars, that you guys actually know that I've been buying that. Sidecoin, I have not been buying this, but it's on my watch list. It's down 50% year to date, so I'm actually keeping an eye on it. It has $400 million market cap. If it gets down to 350, I'm gonna start buying it. Ape NFT, not buying that one. Maybe I should. I just doesn't seem appealing to me personally, but maybe I should buy it. I don't know. Ape seems to be a good name these days. Nervous Network, no, haven't been buying that one. Spell Token, yes, I have been buying still Spell Token. Telecoin, yes, I have been. Telecoin, yes, I have been buying that. Winklink, no, I have not been buying that. Rev, watch list, no. I'm kind of worried about this one because year to date it's actually down 73%. Dent, no. I haven't actually looked at Dent yet, so I actually don't know if I want to buy it or not. Radio Kaka, the name sounds kind of funny. It's down 70%, so I'm kind of worried as well. VS Finance down 70%, kind of worried about that as well. MVL only down 30%. I bought some of this. I'm not buying more. I just took like a couple $100 bet on this one to see what happens, just because the market cap is already at 188 million. If it goes up down the road, I'll be happy to kind of buy it. Okay. Intro DeFi, no, haven't looked at it yet. A lot of these stuff I haven't looked at. VThor, haven't looked at that one. Verge, haven't looked at that one. So yeah, UFO Gaming, yes. Proton, yes. Shiba Predator, yes. Just because it has Shiba, now I'm thinking maybe it'll have a good time. But you know, it's just been okay. Everpedia IQ, no. Anything over here, no. Starlink, yes. I've been buying that one. This one's on BitGet. Anything else? Basic, yes. Gamium, yes. Bitcoin, no. Taboo token, no. Something about Taboo just doesn't make me happy to buy it. Um, Soda coin, yes, just because of the name, nothing else. Again, look at how low the market caps are that we're going in right now. Low coins. I'm not buying a bunch of money in these. A lot of these, what I had to do is actually open up an exchange, like open up an account with a random exchange just to buy the coin, just to transfer it to another exchange. So it's been a pain in the butt here. So some of these aren't on most exchanges, but I have 3 exchanges down below. I recommend you guys make an account with each one of them just so you guys have the opportunity to buy these coins for long-term holds. Okay, you guys don't even have to trade with them like a leverage and like that. I would just sign. Like I don't make money if you guys sign up for them. I only make money when you guys trade and do all that type of stuff, like with futures and stuff like that. But if you guys just use spot trading, what do you call? Try to find the place for these coins like Doge Dash. I'm thinking about it, but I don't want to actually buy it right now because look, it's up like 22% last 30 days. It's still down 65% year to date, but like the name sounded pretty cool, so I was like, okay, maybe I'll give it a look. But in order to buy it, go down here. Where can I buy it? Not really anywhere I can buy it, and I'm not going to really go through a swap account. I'm just not going to do it. But yeah, I'll make a video setting up the filters of what I like to trade, and I maybe I'll make a video for you guys that's this weekend, and maybe that'll be a good little thing to show you guys as well. Luna's slowing down here a little bit. That's nice to see. Barely. We've had in the last 30 minutes we've come down about 3%. So it's been a pretty decent move down for Luna. Excuse me. Hey, brothers, what is capitulation when Bitcoin goes up? So for capitulation, uh, yeah, you can kind of think of it as when everybody is panicking so much, they're just selling everything they have, and then you're seeing all the longs get liquidated in like a mass liquidation event. So the way I like to show it to you guys, Bradius, is let's not use this one. This one's going to have too many lines. Let's use this one. Daily chart. There'll be some lines on this one, but it won't be too bad. So if I put the volume on here, a capitulation event looks like there's Fibonacci levels here, isn't there? There you go, loophole. Go back to the daily, and let's take off the 100 here. Let's add the volume instead, and there we go. Okay. Oh, my volume candles are just so not bright right now. Volume, let's make them bright. Oh, I don't really like how the color, this color of green. There we go. Oh, that is good as well. Okay, I don't care. Sorry. I really like to see good colors here, and I just, ooh, okay, that'll have to work for us. Um, what you like to see for capitulation is a long red candle bar, long red bar right here that sells, that, like, that's what you're looking for. It makes everything look tiny. So in this example, we have it right here. Capitulation, you want to start buying right here, or you want to buy a significant amount of crypto at that point if you're following the strategy I use. Back over here during COVID, look at that. Low volume period, low volume, big sell off, capitulation. That's what we're looking at right there. Low volume, low volume. Those big red bars, capitulation, capitulation, okay? After that nice little pump buy we had right there when it dropped down, but that wasn't capitulation. Um, any other capitulations that I can see on this chart? I think we gotta go back to 2014, I think. Yeah. Low volume, huge bar, capitulation. It has to make everything else look tiny compared to it. See how tiny all that stuff looks? If I were to zoom in and take that candle bar off, you could see that this one doesn't really look that large compared to that one. It's not really, these ones aren't looking massive. When you put this one in here, the day it happens, everything else will just look small, okay? Everything else will just look small. That's when you know you've hit capitulation. But just because you hit capitulation doesn't mean it's done going down, right? Right here, some volume right there, but we still came down even lower right there. But you can't panic during the second drop. We had capitulation right here on this specific day right there. Well, guess what? We kept coming down, right? So capitulation does not mean bottom, although sometimes it is the bottom. A lot of times it just means, whoa, you can start buying heavily at this time. It may, maybe you're buying every day after we break down below the 100 weekly moving average, which we just did. But sometimes when you have the capitulation, you can be much more excited about buying during those times. But usually, like, well, here, let me show you. During this capitulation, Bitcoin came down another 28% after capitulation. During COVID here, COVID was a special thing, of course, but after it capitulated, it dropped down another 20%. Back over here, we had like a small capitulation right here, but it doesn't look too drastic, I guess you would say. But after Bitcoin capitulated right here, if we look at the end of the day, Bitcoin still came down. Well, that's right here, I guess. Another 20%. Okay. So capitulation doesn't necessarily mean bottom, but it means it's a good opportunity to start buying, right? So we're still waiting to see if capitulation happens. It doesn't, I think we're going to capitulate eventually, but I don't know exactly when it's going to happen, right? So if you bought right here at the day of capitulation at the end of the day, a lot of times you're gonna be buying at the bottom, of course. But sometimes you miss out on the bottom. Maybe you're freaking out too much. It doesn't mean you can't still buy it later on. But let's say you just bought the end of the day. You kind of freaked out. You didn't want to buy that low. Maybe you thought we were going to go lower or something like that. Whatever it may be. Um, you know, you hold for, let's just go back over here, 96 days. You're up 31%. Your altcoins are probably going to be doing a lot better than that. But if you buy and your average gets a little bit lower, let's say down here, then you're making like 45% during that same time frame, maybe 42%, right? So we're waiting for that large red candle, but look at right now. This is still the low volume. If we put that aside to the last time we capitulated, if I can find it, you see how small everything is in comparison to this one? We're waiting for that bar. That's the bar we're waiting for. We're looking pretty bad right now, but the volume has not signaled that we're at that capitulation level yet. Okay? Now, it's kind of just a waiting game at this point, I think. But again, I could be wrong about capitulation. I want to let you guys know that. That's why I'm still buying at these levels, as I say. But I still think we're going to capitulate sometime over either May or June. I'm more hopeful for May, though, mostly because of the monthly candle that we have. I mean, look at that. I mean, this could just be a brutal month for us. I think it will be. I mean, we've already fallen down 4%, and it's only been 6 days since the month started. I think we can go down a little bit more, of course, but we'll have to wait and see how that turns out. Back over here. Actually, no, I don't need this chart. I need to go back over. There we go. Back to the twos. There we go. And we're kind of bouncing back up here a little bit. And this one I think was on Luna. Luna's down about 4.59% right now. 1 minute chart. Oh, but it found a little bit of a bottom there. Let's look at Luna's selling volume on the 1 minute. It's definitely oh wow, somebody sold off a lot a little bit ago as well. Yeah, so that volume off. There we go. Okay. Hey, Corinda, MMF. What is that? I can tell you what it is if I'm buying. I don't know what MMF is. Have you looked at HNT? I have not. VGX is not bad for an exchange token. Voyager is slowly building itself a nice little market exchange so far. That's why I'm buying it, and they have good high interest rates for their coins as well, which I like. Which is why I have all of my dot holdings on there as well. Um, Hey, Burns. Yes, it's where you start barfing on the roller coaster down. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of dramatic people freaking out at those moments in time, but that's usually where you want to buy crypto at, right? And hey, Kilo, what country am I considering moving to again? So there's two. The one is Belize, and the other one is Nicaragua. But after looking at Nicaragua, I'm thinking of moving there instead of Belize, mostly because it's a lot cheaper, and I want to have like a full 24/7 living maid person there, like a housekeeper person. And so I'm thinking of just doing that so I can afford that extra person, and not have to worry about bills and stuff. Like I think in Belize it might cost me like $2,000 a month to have a live-in person there, but in Belize it might cost me like, or it's in Nicaragua it might cost me like anywhere from like $700 to $1,000, not including their food and extra stuff. But well, maybe the food actually. But yeah. So more likely Nicaragua right now. I keep on procrastinating about calling their embassy. I hate calling embassies. They're so rude at embassies. I have no idea why. I remember calling the Bolivian embassy when I was thinking about moving down there. I remember calling the Belize when they're always so rude, and I think that's just because they have stressed out jobs or something. But nobody ever seems happy at an embassy. It's pretty darn crazy. Usually people have a stop loss price limit set, and when it gets to that, lowest price sell offs happen usually through it's just a minor offloading some gains. Yeah, a lot of times when it comes to those stop losses, it's because those people that have those stop losses are very levered up, and they have so much leverage that they're getting a margin called. Like I think Michael Saylor, excuse me, said that his Bitcoin has a margin call of $20,000. So if Bitcoin were to hit $20,000, he would have a margin call, and all of his Bitcoin would go away. It would all be margin called. Now, I don't think we're hitting $20,000. If we did, all of his Bitcoin would really tank the market back down to $15,000, something crazy like that. That's how much Bitcoin that guy has. But I don't think we're gonna hit that personally. And plus, if we got to 23,000 and everybody was panicking, and he was panicking, I think he would go out there, get a loan from another investor or something like that, and say, "Hey, I have a bunch of Bitcoin. I need more money in my accounts to cover the margin, so they don't have a margin call." And I think he'd be able to get a loan for that, and that would be able to help him out. You see people doing this all the time. They don't have enough money in their account. They take out a private loan from some type of rich investor or corporation or a bank, whatever. They bring that over to their exchange, and they just let the money sit there, and they're paying for the right to just have the money sit there, but it stops their position from liquidating. And if they stop their position from liquidating, then they can ride it back up, like let's say if it goes down to 22,000 like that, you can ride it back up to 25, 26. Once we're kind of out of the woods, maybe we have some type of bullish indicator like a golden cross or something. You can be like, okay, that's enough. Now let me bank their money back plus interest, and then just be done with it. Okay, so because it's not going to cost him too much money since he's not really doing anything with the money. The bank's going to know it's just kind of a safe investment there. Because then his margin would have been moved maybe from $20,000 to maybe $15,000 and so forth there. But if that hit, oh my God, he'd be screwed beyond belief, call bankruptcy or whatever. But I don't think we're going down that low. But there's a whole process for those people who have large sums of money. They have to manage their risk a whole different way than everybody else because, well, in some ways similar, but they have much more money in the line, so they have to go out and get massive loans while you guys might just have to put an extra 120, $200 from your bank account that you already have in there without having to go get a loan is my main point. Luna, are you still going to fall? Yeah, Luna is definitely getting a little bit more bearish here. Luna's that I guess I'll squeeze a little back a little bit more here. Yeah, but Luna's not done falling. It looks like it's still finding a way to get lows. Bitcoin's kind of stalling out here a little bit, kind of going sideways. Luna's not even trying to. Luna's down 5.5% right now, guys. Bitcoin's not is only down 0.5%. Yowza! But Ethereum broke down, and Ethereum's down 1% as well here. So today it probably won't be the best of days. Hey, Quinn, MMF is a crypto token. Let me see if I can actually just search for it here. MM Finance. Um, it's down 16% today. Yowza! Market cap at 15 million. Price at 43 cents. What do they do? What do they do? Ecosystem 88,000. No. I mean, after looking at it a little bit more, I mean, I probably would toss in a couple $100. This would be something I would have in my long term account, though. When I buy something like that, I'm holding on to it for a considerable amount of time. I'm not holding on to it for just a couple months. I'd be holding on to something like that for like a year plus. And it looks like it's fine. I mean, again, I only took a peek at it, but it looks like it would be worth a couple $100 investment in there for me. I kind of shot all of my $200 investments, so I spent like $15,000 on a whole bunch of random coins, and whenever coin goes berserk, that's the coin I make all my money off of. Um, well, the cool thing is when altcoin season happens and Bitcoin rallies happen, all altcoins are really blasting off, which kind of makes it nice. Um, but yeah, it seems fine. It seems fine to me. It looks like it has a nice, strong community. I would have to look at more of the white paper, but I think it's fine. What is that dog? My dog is doing something wild back there. I just hear Logie. I hear him breaking stuff. Um, have I traveled much overseas? Yeah, I've traveled a lot. I've traveled a lot through Central and South America, a little bit through Europe. I haven't been to Asia yet, but I'm trying to go to Asia sometime over the next few years. Um, I like traveling. I like it a lot. I travel a lot through the United States. I used to do a lot of road trips when I was in college. COVID kind of just ruined all of my traveling adventures, I guess you would say. I did nothing with COVID. COVID was too much of a pain. I hate wearing masks. I just hate it. And so I didn't really take many flights. I only went to a wedding over COVID, and that was as it was ending last September. So the wedding was amazing. It was like a once in a lifetime wedding, and I'm really good friends with the guy. He was my best friend in college, so I definitely had to go to his wedding. But for the most part, I have been traveling much in the last couple of years. I'm hoping to change that. When I travel nowadays, it's usually to like some part in Washington State that's like a couple hours, a few hours away, because Washington State's so big. Or I'll take a trip down to California to drive down there, or a trip to Oregon, something like that. That's usually where I travel nowadays. I don't really travel through plane because the airports are just okay. In Seattle, my experience has been just the one time I've flown and the time I picked up a couple of friends from there, the airports, or maybe just the airlines specifically, look completely understaffed. And I don't like being stressed out at an airport because they're understaffed. Because I pay for first class tickets always, and so I'm like, guys, I'm paying over $1,000 to you guys, sometimes over $2,000. Just get it done. And so I try to be as nice as possible because I know it's not the employee's fault. I know it's not their fault. But I'm like, can I get comped for this or something? Because I'm tired. You gotta find that way of being a mild Karen to get like a perk out of it. But at the same time, you're like, hey, here's $20 for helping me out. At the same time, to make them feel a bit better. Uh, oh yeah, somebody's here. But what do you call? Like when I got back from Philadelphia, Loki freaking scared me with a bark. Um, sorry, he doesn't bark much. With the when I got back from Philadelphia, they didn't have enough people to get the bags out of the actual airplane. So they were about to have everybody wait for hours. So the people that were in coach, they had to wait like 2 hours to get their bags. I had a friend that was flying back with me as well. Waited 2 hours to get the bag. Since I was in first class, I only had to wait half an hour because they literally manually got the first class bags, brought out only the first class bags, and let everybody in the first class go. Like it's that crazy. And in that half an hour, I got like a $200 travel voucher, which I'm gonna probably use for I don't even know what I'm gonna use it for. Something else eventually. But yeah, I don't like flying with the airplanes right now. They need to get more crew and more staff. I guess is the question. It's brutal out there for the airline companies right now. Yeah, I'm looking at it long term. Just bought into it last night. Long term hold, it looks fine to me. I'll do some more research on it, but yeah, it looks fine. It looks like they have a good mission. They're actually practical, and it looks like they already have partnerships going forward, which will help them out a lot. Especially as it looks like they're probably going to be on a lot more crypto exchanges in the future, more than they are now with that very low market cap. That low market cap helps it a lot. And hey, Kilo, what do you call it? I was a maid for my parents' motel. Not kidding, unfortunately. Probably taught you a lot. I mean, I can't even imagine being a maid. I don't have the personal skills to be nice to people for such a long period of time, which is why I never stuck to a good job. Like when I was working in college at Macy's, I can never do it because people have these like really weird expectations, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that for you, right? Whole bunch of weird stuff. Um, but yeah, oh, here. Sorry, my family's back from their little dinner. But yeah, what's going on right here? Hey, Aquatic, come to Thailand. I've never been to Thailand, but I actually want to go. I just know the trip over to Asia is pretty long. That's my normal thing there. But I do want to take it. See, but when I go to Asia, it's in my mind that I'm not going to go there for like a week. I want to kind of go there for like a month, 2 month period of time, stay in kind of like a middle tier hotel, kind of like island hopping, so to speak, and kind of just stay in my little zones. And I think that'd be a lot of fun there. But I would have to plan out 2 months because I want to do the same thing with Europe and I want to do the same thing with Latin America. And I want to be able to bring my laptop, a small cheap camera, and maybe a little bit of a light and a microphone, and just stream as I go. Or maybe even just make videos, send all the files to a friend or like an editor by that time. They can do the editing and I can just focus on streaming with you guys. I'd be really happy about that. Hey, Crypto Hesh, Luna's been ready to fall. Oh, don't we know it? And it's been having a good time so far. I have like a 20x leverage play right here, so I've made over 100% in the last 4 or 5 hours of my investment, not including the price I opened up at a while ago here. So I've been pretty happy with Luna. I've had Luna shorts open though since it hit all time highs again. Even before when it broke, I thought it wasn't going to break out, so I just held them. Oh, I closed them, but then I reopened them once we got back down because Bitcoin was pretty bearish, of course. But I've had Luna shorts for a long time here, and it's still falling unfortunately here. And hey, Anthony, you've been buying a lot of other coins as well. I mean, yeah, I would hope that you guys have a good amount of diversity in your coins right now, or your tokens, whatever. It's going to make it a lot easier down the road to find one coin that really blasts off if you're holding a bunch of coins, right? Like I don't care what anybody says. Nobody saw Dogecoin going parabolic. Nobody saw it going parabolic. I bought it because it had a chance to go parabolic, but in my mind, it had like a 30% chance of ever doing anything great. And most of that 30% came from the fact that it was on Robinhood, low market cap, under a penny. Going back to my little process there. But I was not expecting Dogecoin to have a big boom. You're never gonna expect the coin that has the big boom. You're just not gonna know, right? Like heck, when Ethereum Classic boomed off, I was like, "Oh my God, what's Ethereum Classic's also going off?" Altcoin season was absolutely insane this year or last year because there was all the stimulus money on top of everything, which inflated the altcoins more than they might otherwise go up. So it was just a wild time here. And hey, Kilo, it takes a while to figure out where you're going to settle down. I'm planning on settling down in Nicaragua. I never thought I would, but you know what? I just like the peace and quiet out there. That my money goes so much like more. My money goes further there, I guess you would say. And instead of spending like what I showed you guys earlier, a $600,000 house by where I live, it's really not a lot. But a $600,000 house down there, it's like pools, beautiful views of the water up in the hills. I can afford staff on top of stuff. It just makes everything a lot easier for me. And then when I eventually, I want to have a Spanish version of my channel where basically I speak to you guys. I have an editor edit everything. But then once the video is done, I can have a translator listen to it, like dub it, and then he'll put on his audio on top of it instead of my audio, so it's just somebody speaking Spanish, so I can teach people in South America, Latin America, how to trade too. Kind of open up the kind of language barrier, if you will. So I'll do most of my stuff with you. Well, I'll do all my stuff with you guys, but there'll also be an area out there where I'll have people. I'll be helping people, learn in Spanish, even though I won't be the person speaking Spanish until I properly learn Spanish. Spanish was my first language I ever learned because my dad is Mexican, but like I never stuck to it, so I forgot it. If you don't use it, you forget it. So I can understand Spanish, but I cannot read it and I cannot speak it. So it's kind of like I can understand you, but me talking to you, it's going to be very. It's not going to make any sense at all. And Luna, geez, just cool off, guy, cool off. Oops, not what I wanted to do there. Bitcoin's, I mean, it's not looking good, but it's not looking as bad as Luna. Here's Luna's 5 minute chart. It's still coming down here. But we have the Fibonacci level coming up pretty soon. Maybe that could help us out a little bit. But you know, Luna's having a little bit of a rough day, guys. Having a little bit of a rough day. And you've been scalping off of the dollar chart. That's not a bad idea as well. I know a lot of people have been trading off of that right now, especially since it's near that level of resistance. Uh, what I should probably actually do here and put it up towards the top is I should probably add the DXY here. It's not going to be on crypto, of course. Do I already have this on here? Move it up to under Dogecoin. There we go. Yeah, the DXY. Here, we'll just pop it up right here. 15-minute chart. This is a different chart than we looked at earlier. I need to redo that. There we go. But yeah, we keep on blasting through these small levels of resistance that we have. So it's not like they're really hard levels, but I'm thinking pretty soon we're going to hit like 105, $110, something in that range, and that'll be really the catalyst that drives Bitcoin down, so to speak here. But so far it's doing fine. Just kind of holding, waiting for some big international news. There was a lot of stuff happening this week. I think everybody's eyeballs on the Ukraine-Russia conflict. I think Russia's planning something big apparently for some type of big celebration they have every year for the defeat of the Nazis or something like that. So I'm not sure what they're doing, but everybody's kind of like, hey, saying, hey, they're going to have some type of big attack during this week or something like that. So if that does happen, maybe you might see the dollar fall because of that, or maybe you see the dollar rise. It kind of depends on what the market says about it. Hey Max, if you get business class to Asia, they have very nice flat seats and Wi-Fi at $16, but it goes by quick. Oh, that might be good as well. I'd be actually pretty happy to get business class for that one. And Anthony, yeah, guys, diversity is going to be key here. The thing about diversity is it sucks because you gotta do a whole bunch of research into a whole bunch of random coins. But trust me, if you get a couple altcoins that really pan out, it's going to be much better than if you just invested everything in a Bitcoin, right? If you get a minute, tell me why I shouldn't go heavy on Joby. LOL. I'm so envious of multilingual. Oh, I know, right? I have a lot of friends from Germany. I met throughout the years through a bunch of school things, events, if you will, from high school, and all my friends from Germany, they all speak like three languages, and I'm just like, I'm struggling over here with just learning English. Joby, let me see. Let me check out Joby. So Joby is not. Are you talking about Joby the stock, or is there a crypto called Joby? Before I look into it, let me know if it's a stock or a crypto. Joby, Joby. It's not on Coin Market Cap here as well. There's a job chain. Um, Joe, Mojo. Do they have a Mojo Jojo coin? Mojo Joe. No, they don't have one. That'd be a coin I'd like to see. Then all you got to do is wait for a Powerpuff Girl movie, watch it spike, sell it, become a millionaire, wander off. Uh, nope, not free airdrops. There we go. Keep on falling for the trap to click on this little birthday link there. Tether is going down. It's always funny to watch Tether go down. Yeah. Luna's calming down a little bit more now. A little bit more over the last few minutes. Oh, that's because Bitcoin's coming up here just a little bit now. All right. Joby's okay. Is the aviation? Okay, yeah, it's aviation. So I just want to make sure before I go off on it because sometimes when I switch over between stocks and not stock, when I switch over, uh, I just talk about the totally wrong thing. Why not to go into Joby aviation? Well, it doesn't honor technicals. That's the one thing I don't like about it. Um, if you were to buy this, It'd be more of a swing play for a few days here. You'd probably have to have a stop loss at today's low, which is about $5. Excuse me. Um, you'd have to have a stop loss at $5, which would be a percentage wise. What would that be? 6% loss, 7% loss. You have to be willing to take, and then from there you would have to be willing to hold it for a couple weeks, and hopefully it would have to first break out above this level of resistance at a 7% increase, but then also work its way back up here towards these levels of resistance, about 12% increase. So you might be risking 7% for 12%. So that risk really isn't there, if you ask me. It's not really worth the risk here, especially since the stock market's so bad. My one concern here is in about 6 days, this guy has earnings. Last earnings seemed to be bad, but still went up afterwards. I would earnings back over here, not too much. Earnings right here, bad. Earnings right here, not much. You would have to take on the extra risk of earnings at this point in time as well, which might cause some trouble, as well as having the death cross. The golden cross ended up being a really good move. It had a nice little surge. The death cross might lead to it coming back down here to $4.26. So I'd be careful with this one right here, personally. But if you did want to buy, you have a support level, not really the most sturdy support level, as you could already see. We broke down below the last one, and we already cracked down below this one pretty fast. Um, you have to have a 7% stop loss on it, and then from there, hold until that 7% hit, or until you manage to get back up to some levels of resistance here. Maybe a price target of about $6.20 if you're buying now. It's about almost $1 increase, 16% increase, and then you probably want to sell there unless something really great happens during earnings where it pops up to maybe a $7.60. But I mean, earnings really have not moved this stock too much unless it's been on the downward move here. So um, it's a little too risky for what the profits might entail. But if you want to buy, just stick to either a 7 or 8% stop loss, and you should be okay. A 7 or 8% loss won't hurt you too much, especially if you're paper trading, especially if you're just adding like maybe a couple $100 in there. It won't hurt you too bad. There you go. Back to Luna on the 5 minutes. We can actually see this drop that happened. All right. Oh, possible test launch of ICBM nuclear capable missiles. Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about now. Okay. So if it's a test play, well, you got to be careful. If the test fails, the stock crashes. Um, what's the market cap for this bad boy? 3 billion, 10% short, above the 52-week low. That's fine. That was February. High down 62%. Selling or buying? They've been buying. That's kind of nice to see there. Options exercise, not yet. This looks like more something you'd want to buy for a long-term hold rather than just a swing play. But the swing play is there if you want to take the opportunity. You can already see how it broke down below this trend line right here. Yeah, you can kind of see it's kind of far out for you guys. Um, oh, there Bitcoin goes. It looks like something I'd personally want a long-term hold rather than swing. But if you want to swing it, don't put too much money into it just because the risk is going to be really high with that one, especially the way the market's been going. But if you can tolerate that 7% stop loss, which I think it's fine personally, just a lot of people don't like that high of a stop loss, obviously. I think you'll be fine. Just kind of watch it every day. Don't freak out about it if it goes down down tomorrow. Excuse me, down Monday. I wouldn't freak out about it, but yeah, it'd be fun to watch and see what happens there, especially with the test, especially with earnings coming out. Maybe they could learn something really valuable about that during the earnings report, if you will. Especially since the military budget's probably going through the roof right now through Congress because of all the worries about Russia and stuff going forward here and China. And hey, friend, strong token. Strong token is probably something I'd be looking to hold for a long period of time. Um, I haven't ever swing traded it or day traded it. I just kind of have a little bit just because of the name, particularly nothing really about the utility of it. I just own it just to see if it ever becomes something. So like I don't know. I was hoping there'd be some type of memes about being strong or something with the token, and then it might go viral or something which could help me pump up the well, not me, but help the pump price up, if you will. And hey, Kilo, dang, well, I'm so hopeful for the company. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, if you're looking for a long term hold, go for it. That seems like a good company for a long term hold. The financials looked okay. That the executives are buying into the company. I'm talking about like that short little swing there. You just want to be careful about how the market's been going choppy, right? So, but if you're looking if you're talking more about the fundamentals look stronger than the technicals for this company. So if you're okay with holding, yes. But if you're weak hands, don't buy it. I guess that's the best way to say it. But you're not really weak hands, but you get what I'm saying there. You got to be careful with it. But it's how I feel about Robinhood. Robinhood is not doing so hot in the stock realm, but I'm still buying it for long term returns. So don't think I think it's like I said bad. It's mostly like it wouldn't be my favorite swing trade, if you will. But long term trade, it seems like it'd be fine for that one. I would have to look at the 10K form though to see their story of how they justify like the prices and stuff like that, what their goals are, what they've been really good at, what they've been bad at, that type of stuff. Okay. Nuclear and Joby are two different things, to be clear. Oh, okay. But here, if you could tell me why I shouldn't go heavy. Oh, heavy. I would go medium and Jovi. I would go medium, but that's just me because I'm conservative. A rational person that's not as conservative would go heavy. I go well. Heavy means like $5,000 to me. Five to $20,000, I guess you'd say. Medium is anything between 1 and 5, and low is anything below 1,000. Hello, hello. Yeah, we'll go upstairs in a little bit. Get your eyebrow out. Yeah. But what do you call? Yeah. So it'd be better for a long term hold. I'm not really much of a swinger for that type of play though. Is Hood along the same lines as Peloton and Netflix? Are those companies just in free fall? No. Robinhood, I think, is much stronger than Peloton and Netflix. I think Peloton and Netflix, they both have their specific problems. Peloton is just a very expensive bike. Not many people want to buy a Peloton and pay the freaking monthly subscription fee on top of that. Are you kidding me? I mean, I made over 6 figures and I still don't want to buy that. I think it's a bougie thing for people that live in like city apartments and city condos. It's something for that niche crowd. I don't really see many people with owning houses and having a Peloton. They can, don't get me wrong, they can. I just everybody that I know that owns a house, no Peloton. Condo in downtown Seattle or apartment in downtown Seattle, they own a Peloton. It's like a niche thing out there. Netflix, Netflix. Okay, there's a few things going wrong with Netflix right now. Their algorithm kind of sucks as far as recommending content. I think they went too woke for too many people. I know I've started to see some really woke stuff on Netflix, but it just kind of, I guess it's rubbing people the wrong way. And it's people like, okay, well, I don't need this. And on top of that, Netflix is freaking getting expensive. Netflix is the most expensive streaming service out there. They don't even have a bundle. I could bundle ESPN, Hulu, and Disney in one bundle. Then Netflix is over here. I pay for HBO Max. HBO Max to me has really good content, so I like paying for that. I'm a big sucker for Tokyo Vice, for Succession. I don't watch Euphoria, but I heard Euphoria is a big thing out there, so people like it. And Disney Plus is what I have also with Hulu bundle. Amazon Prime is kind of nice for the packages, so I pay for that for Amazon Video as well. But that's kind of a multi-thing. It's not Netflix, so I think Netflix just they have a problem where they don't know what type of content to make. When I go onto Netflix and I see the stuff they try to show me, it's just like, what the heck is it? Like we're watching this come down a little bit. Let me see. Am I logged into my Netflix account? I don't know my Netflix password. But a lot of actually, let's just go to here. Netflix Ozark. I think Ozark was fine, but if I look at any of these shows on here, nothing really seems interesting. Cocomelon, no. Silverton Siege, no. Autonomy and Scandal, no. Seinfeld, no. Ozark, no. 365, no. Fairly Odd Parents, no. The Adam Project, no. Vampire Diaries, no. Naruto, no. NTS, no. I've already watched Naruto, actually. Home, no. Vikings, Valhalla, no. I tried to watch the Vikings on Netflix. They made it very woke, and I'm okay for progress and stuff. I'm black for heaven's sakes, but they made it too woke for me, and I was like, I can't comprehend what's happening right now. I need to watch that new Vikings movie though. That'll be pretty fun. But I like to see some type of historical accuracy in my historical dramas, and I like to see a lot of gore and a lot of good stuff. They kind of toned it down quite a bit in that Netflix show. I was kind of really disappointed in it. Maybe the budget was cut or something like that midway through, but like even the dialogue was just bad, right? It was just not good. And hey, Shidoshi, shorting is in a basic sense. Shorting means, well, in crypto and stocks are a little bit different here, but basically the thing is you're borrowing shares from the exchange to sell on the open market. So if I short right here, I am borrowing shares from the exchange, I am selling them, and then I need the price to come down. When the price comes down to an amount that I personally like, I buy back those shares, completing the transaction, and I take the difference between this selling price and the buying price, and then I take that's my profit right there. Okay, so it kind of works in the opposite way. So for let's say I open up a short right here at Luna. I really open up a short like way back over here, right there. Yeah. But if I open up a short right here, let's keep leverage out of it for now because I'll make it complicate things. I am borrowing shares from the Bitgate exchange, from the KuCoin exchange, from the Femex exchange, one of those exchanges, Binance US, whatever. And okay, now I've opened the position, I've sold the shares, and now I need the price to go down for me to make money. The price goes down. I'm like, we've started to stabilize right here for the last like 20 minutes. Maybe I need to get out of it. And the price has gone down about $2.73 or about 3.62%. I close the position. In order to close the position, I buy back the shares. Okay, and then from there, I've made 3.62% profit for holding it during that period of time. Okay, so you make money while shorting as the price goes down here. Um, Anything else about shorting? So sometimes when you're shorting a lot of money or you have a lot of money, sometimes if the price goes up, you're losing money, right? You're losing money, you're losing money, you're losing money. And the problem with shorting is the price, if you short, the worst thing that can happen to the coin or the stock is the price goes down to zero. So you can make a maximum of about like 100% or like 99% profit, okay, maximum if you're not using leverage. Well, on the other hand, if the price goes up, it can go up more than 100%, which means you could actually owe the exchange money if it goes the wrong way, and that's where leverage gets a little bit more. Shorting gets a little bit more dangerous there. But as long as you don't overdo it, or you're not trading with leverage, you should be fine with it. But that's kind of the ups and downs of shorting in a nutshell. You should learn to do it. I have a couple links down below for Femex, KuCoin, Bitgate. Sign up for one of those. Use one of the paper trading accounts, and then from there practice shorting. And then over time you'll understand a little bit more. But you're basically betting that the market goes down. Opposite of longing, where you're thinking the market's going to go up, you're thinking the market's going to come down. But when there's a lot of people that have shorts and the price goes up, you may panic, and if you have to buy the position back to close the position, you have to buy the shares back or buy the coins back. That means you're buying them on the open market because you sold it, right? Which means that as you buy it, the price goes up. Now, us retail traders, we're not going to really affect the price too much. But for whales, when they have that problem, that leads to a short squeeze because they're all panicking. They're all trying to sell their shares at the same time because they're being forced to because of a margin. That's what led to GameStop going parabolic, AMC going parabolic, and all those big plays. That was because of a massive short squeeze. A massive, massive short squeeze. Hey, Kilo. Interesting that COVID even affected the southern hemisphere. It's only safer for a while, I guess. Yeah. What do you call? Well, I even know that South America still has a bunch of COVID cases going around. If you go look at the travel notices from the Department of this the State Department, I think it is. If you go look at like or Bolivia travel state gov. There you go. Do not travel and leave. Oh, that's Russia. Sorry, Ukraine. No, this is a. Oh, they moved it down from level 4. Okay, it used to be level 4. Yeah, but Bolivia, exercise extreme caution, civil unrest, and then COVID-19, a moderate level of COVID. So their surge is down. This was actually at do not travel because the COVID was so bad. They say civil unrest, but I feel like they say that about every Latin American country, so I don't really trust it too much. Mostly because I know people down there and I actually talk to people on Facebook groups and Reddit about what it's like living down there. Like there's no crime. If you're an expat, they take care of you, right? But if you're like a backpacker that's going through these back alley woods that may run up against like some type of cocaine farm or something like that, yeah, you got to be careful. But like I don't know how to spell Nicaragua. February. I can't click on it. What? Okay, hold on. Travel. Level 3. Reconsider travel. Limited healthcare availability and arbitrary enforcement of laws. Exercise increased caution Nicaragua due to crime, right? So this is probably going to be somewhere between 3 and 2 when I go there. Loki. Loki. Stop. He's pulling on a wire. um, that's important. It's my Ethernet cord. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to deal with this stuff pretty soon too. But poor infrastructure in parts of the country limits embassies' ability to assist U.S. citizens in emergencies. Reported being subject to this treatment, harassment and assault by masked individuals, all this type of stuff, right? So this is something that, dude, what is with you, Loki? I feel like he's doing something he's not supposed to be, but that's fine. Okay, he's coming. Yeah. But yeah, so this is all stuff I look at before I go places and stuff like that. But they usually, so a better way to explain this is it says level 3. Once you call the embassy down there, the American embassy, they'll give you plain like, okay, it's not really that bad right now. We're worried about COVID. That's what I got when I called about Bolivia. Like, yeah, there's some crime, but it doesn't really affect the international people. It affects locals in the outskirts of town, and they'll kind of give you the spiel, which is why you have to call the embassy because a lot of the stuff they tell you here, it's it's meant to be overblown. So those casual travelers who are kind of not street smart, if you will, they kind of like, I need to figure this out. That's where this really for. It's to help those really ignorant people that have never traveled abroad. I've traveled to El Salvador like 4 or 5 times now. I'm used to the cops pulling us over and trying to shake us down until I'm like, hey, I'm American. Please just leave us alone so we don't have to call the embassy. They're like, oh, yeah, sorry. Keep on going, right? I'm used to that. I'm used to watching the cops go up against little shanty towns, pull everybody out, and like burn a whole bunch of drugs. I've seen it all. So, I'm used to that type of stuff. But if you're kind of, never left the country, you're going on your first trip abroad, and you've never experienced a bad thing like living in the ghetto like I have, right? It can be a very big mind shock for somebody with a mask to come up to you and start trying to like steal your money. If somebody with a mask comes up to me and tries to steal my wallet, you know what I do? I give them my wallet and my phone, and then I let it go. I don't even care. I can simply walk to go get some help. I'll get everything sorted out later on. But there's no reason to do that. Somebody that's not experienced with that type of situation, you know what they might do? They might try to fight and get shot. Now, I've never been in that situation before, so maybe I might react differently when the nerves get to me. Who knows? But I don't see myself. I guess I've been in pretty dangerous situations in my life when I lived in the ghetto. But I wasn't really in too much danger because I was the kid in the situation. Of course, the adults were kind of in the bad rough spot. But these travel advisories, they have a purpose. Now, they can be overblown, of course, but I think they're overblown for those people that I just told you about. It does make a difference if you guys know how to travel in some more dangerous areas of the world. But again, um, when you move into a small town like this, um, maybe I can just Google this. Maybe is there a good when you move? Why do they have the smallest pictures here? Let me just go over to maybe this picture would help out. Yeah, okay, here we go. Open new image and tab. When you're moving to a place like this that's kind of wealthier, guess what? They have good cops, they have good security, good everything. But if I go from here and I start going into the woods back there, the jungles, oh yeah, you bet I probably should hire a security guard if I'm going out there. You bet I would, right? So it depends on where you're at. Rich people places where I'm going to be living, I don't deal with those problems. When you get some more of the ghetto, oh yeah. And there's a lot of people like to go backpacking to those areas and meet the locals and stuff like that, and it's kind of a give take relationship. But yeah, it's definitely a wild time depending on where you're at. But I'm gonna probably live on a hill over here somewhere, or a hill below this where this thing is. Like, I literally saw a house that I wanted to buy, even though it's already been sold. That's literally like right below this statue. So if I go over here and I look at this properties here, lot size, smallest, largest, large. Is it this one? Maybe it's this one. No, it's not general area. You can see how the same view of the water right there. But maybe it's 750 is this one? No, that one's not it. There's a house over here that's like literally right in front of that statue, and it looks really cool. Nope, don't know where it's at. No, that's the weird house. 350, $350,000 for this house. That's lower. What a bad house. Okay, but yeah, you guys get my point. It's a process moving to another country. Don't think it's easy. uh, Fukushima is here. Signs on my beach. What does that mean? Got Fuku? Oh, Fuku? No, I do not have that. What is that? No market cap. It seems really cheap. If it gets on a major exchange that I have, I probably would buy it here just because it's a very low market cap. But I would have to see what it does here. Gamble race and win race your pets with when Fuku took limited edition ETFs. If they could make this game more exciting, then yeah, I probably would buy it. For now, I would have to look at their. Oh geez, I don't like this. I can't click on anything. No. I would have to look into this a little bit more. Probably try to find their social media. Do they have social media here? Well, they need to put social media on the website here. Chat, community, Twitter. 36,000 followers. That's not bad at all. People are liking their comments and stuff like that. That's good. Yeah. So yeah, I'd probably toss about $100 on something like this. If it gets on another exchange, I don't want to pay the gas fees for it. But you know, besides that, it'd be fine. I got a tattoo from the Yakuza in Japan, so if I'm out and around in the future, I show it to them and they leave me alone. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Those tattoos look pretty intense, though. I was watching Tokyo Vice the other day. I think they just ended the season. Those tattoos are looking great. Let's see. Let's see. That's what made me think about my tattoo. Oh, oh, sorry. Fuku is short for Fukushima. Oh, okay, that makes sense. What do you call it? I know Fukushima, but yeah, I didn't. I was like, I did not know that that coin right there. And man, guys, Luna is not giving up here. I mean, we can go back to the minute chart. It still seems like it's like people are still trying to sell this sucker off here. Yeah, I know. Yeah, 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 yeah. So you're still seeing a lot of rough moves in the market. Is my main point here, guys. But I'm gonna head off for the night, guys. Loki needs to go to bed. He's also biting my hand right now, being a brat, because he wants to go out and use the bathroom and go say hi to everybody upstairs. Um, but I will see you guys Monday on the next stream, unless tomorrow it's a really bad day and we can kind of continue this downtrend that we see right now. If that's the case, then I will hop on the stream tomorrow. Okay. But until then, here Loki will say goodbye to you as well. If you could hop up, there you go. Loki says goodnight to all of you guys as well. All right. Yeah. Yeah. He's a little shy. But okay, buddy. See you guys either tomorrow or Monday. It was nice chatting with you guys. This was like a nice 3-hour stream today. Probably next week if it's this active in the